speaking from United Kingdom. Dr. Masin, last
Yes.
speaker, he spoke well, but at the same time, he was mixing ways. Dr. Masinga, I heard you when you said when you were people were fighting Idi Amin, you also rose to the rank of a brigadier general. Then you have your own group.
Y-
I think Museveni had his own group, and everybody were
Yes.
controlling their own until we team
Yes.
up and remove Idi Amin. Please, I want
Yeah.
everybody to be careful here. Mazin Nnamdi Kanu formed IPOB. Mazin Nnamdi Kanu, everybody should go and listen to what he says from 2014, 15, 16, 17. Most of people who knew about IPOB was especially when Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped or renditioned to Nigeria. Please, I want Dr. Masinga and everybody listening. Mazin Nnamdi Kanu has nothing to do with ECPA. Mazin Nnamdi Kanu did not appoint ECPA. There is nothing like Biafra exile or government in exile. Go and listen to Mazin Nnamdi Kanu. Many people formed IPOB.
Shame on you. These are the people that betrayed him, that sold him to the enemies of Biafra. You can imagine you. Shame on you.
Then let me talk.
Shame on you. Shame on you. You
I-
sold
Sister
him.
Helen,
You
let
think
him
Biafra
speak.
will
Sister
die?
Helen, let him
Biafra
speak.
will never die.
Hey,
Shame
Sister
hey,
Helen,
on
let
you
him
and your
speak.
generation.
Order, my sister. Let him talk his mind.
So,
Let him
so
talk. I'll give you time to counter
thank you.
him. Let him
I
say
was
something.
listening
Let
when
him
the
talk.
last person was speaking. You see, Mazin Nnamdi Kanu, with his revelation that God directed him what to do. And everybody know that if you remove Nnamdi Kanu from your picture, you goes nowhere. That was the reason why people are attaching Nnamdi Kanu and Mazin Nnamdi Kanu picture to their own in order to sell. When Mazin Nnamdi Kanu allowed Ekpa to interview him, the last message to him was, don't allow Satan to enter you. And it was not only Ekpa that Nnamdi Kanu said people should. Ekpa was analyzing the productions of IPOB, so he will analyze it. So also some medias. And Mazin Nnamdi Kanu talk to many people, say, follow this person, listen to this person, listen to this person. What I'm trying to say is that they are creating a scenario whereby if the Nigerian government wants to release Nnamdi Kanu, they go and create a scenario where such a thing will happen that they will point and say, you see, they did this thing again. And they will call themselves ESN. They will call themselves IPOB. Mazin Nnamdi Kanu formed IPOB when he was with Masob. He said what Masob was doing, he doesn't like it. He formed.
We
Focus.
cannot hear him.
Andy,
Don't attack
Andy,
Mazin
you are.
Kanu.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yes. So please don't attach.
Andy, we can't hear you.
Okay, can you hear me now? Okay,
Yes.
don't attach Mazin Nnamdi Kanu picture. The lawyer, they have said it. The family of Mazin Nnamdi Kanu has said it. But they know that a lot of people who try to create another kind of something within IPOB, because the Nigerian government are sponsoring a lot of people. I don't want to make names, but please, all of you, be careful. Dr. Masanga, be careful also. There are moles. Now, Mazin Nnamdi Kanu did not allow anybody to have anything outside IPOB. If you want to form your own group, name your own group, call it what you like, say what you like, follow it the way you like. Just like Dr. Masanga had his own group when fighting Idi Amin. Museveni had his own group. We can come together then, but don't attach using Mazin Nnamdi Kanu to attach to what you are doing. Please face your own. Then let me come to the one of Nigeria. Everything you see anybody talking now, Mazin Nnamdi Kanu, by the help of God, already revealed all these things to all of us. From 2013, 14, 15, he has done all these things. And he was asking Nigerian government for referendum. So before all these things, they renditioned him from Kenya. Well, we believe
He was
he will be
kidnapped.
out.
He was not.
Rendition is kidnapped. Rendition in the government way is rendition, not extradition. It's rendition. Extraordinary rendition.
Yeah,
Yeah, you are right. You are right.
Yeah,
rendition is the highest degree of
yeah,
kidnapping.
that is he was
Yes.
rendition from Kenya. So of which
Highest degree of
They
kidnapping.
don't know
of,
the right language because they sold him. Judas Iscariot. Look at them. Shame.
you see, Dr. Masenga, I believe also that
Helen,
no, leave it. Yeah,
Helen, my sister,
because
just control yourself.
because
I'll give you time to speak.
yeah, the last week I spoke close to 15, 20 minutes, or if they are interrupting me. So what I'm trying to say is that
Yes, I kept.
So what I'm trying to say is that
I had a long.
What I'm trying.
I had a long call. I had a long telephone
Yeah,
call.
maybe somebody said maybe Nigerian government called you to shut down the program because people are listening all over the world. So maybe that's what we are. I also thought.
No.
Okay.
I had another international telephone
Please,
call, and I am
please,
in.
you have
in
been trying
Accra.
Pan-Africanism, and it will be more good that Nigeria, just like somebody who said he was born during that war, he doesn't want Nigeria to separate. If everybody, just like the time they created it, everybody go to his own region, control your resources. Just like when they created Nigeria, the Eastern had their own parliament, they have their own regional government, they have their own constitution. So everybody controls resources, and that is how almost the world is run now. Here in the UK, we have 4 countries. We have Wales, we have Scotland, we have Northern Ireland, we have England. Everybody, they have their own controlling their resources, run their government, then you contribute to the center. That is how America is being run. So I don't know why the Nigerian people living there, especially the Northerners, are afraid. Made us to understand, formerly they deceived the whole Nigerians, the North, but it's actually a tribe called the Fulani. They are the one ruling Hausa, but almost all the emirs Fulani, they don't allow the Hausa, so Hausa are under them. So that's how actually the Fulanis are the problem of Nigeria, not the Hausa. An Hausa man is a good man. A TV man is a good man, but the problem of Nigeria is Fulani. And the same Fulani, because they have no home, they came from all over Africa. They said use Nigeria as their homeland. So every other will be under them. So what I'm saying is that Mazin Nnamdi Kanu, Nigeria should be suspended, expelled from the Commonwealth. Because, for example, the highest court of the land is the Supreme Court of Nigeria. Mazin Nnamdi Kanu did jump bail. That the soldiers went to his house to kill him. So that's why he ran for his life. Then again, going to Kenya to kidnap him is illegal. They should have written to Kenyan government for extradition. So many things, the Supreme Court, the highest court of the land, the Nigerian government was wrong in the way it treated Mazin Nnamdi Kanu. So why are they still holding him? You see? Going to Kenya to kidnap him was illegal. Why are they still holding him? So they are not even obeying the Supreme Court. If you don't obey the Supreme Court, so what actually is their game? I know Mazin Nnamdi Kanu said that even if they eliminate him, people that might come after him will even be more dangerous. So I am not against anybody, but please, if you want on anything, though outside what Nnamdi Kanu created, don't go outside more than what this is the way we follow. Because he said he knows where he's going and how he will get the Biafra. But if you want to get it in another way, that is fine. But don't attach his name to what you are doing, because it's contrary to his belief and his agenda. Thank you, Dr. Masen.
Okay. Thank you very, very much, Andy. Thank you much. I told you at the beginning that I want us, because this step will go to the king. We don't want to, we are people who are disorganized. I will hand over parts of this cut into two, three parts and deliver it to the king in the way the other, letter arrived to his palace, so that people can listen to your sentiments. When you express them here, they are going to be listened to. The king is now the head of the Commonwealth. He is the one who sets the agenda for the Commonwealth in Samoa, where we are going. I've told you I have secured my visa and entry into Samoa. I booked my hotel. I will be there, because those were the conditions. You must find a hotel because it is a small island in the Pacific Ocean. So the hotels were expensive, but we had to find myself. I would be among the people going to say yes, with a big placard standing in the conference hall to say Nigeria must be expelled for the human rights. And the democracy and Commonwealth says, speak about this expulsion. I've already given to the government of Samoa in writing what has gone wrong in this country called Nigeria. So they are aware, they looked at what I sent, and here they delivered back to me an permit to go there and say my words among the leaders, heads of state. Thank you. Who is coming in next? We have to go quickly because time is also running. Helen, you were trying to shout. What is paining you, lady?
The thing is funny because if I can see a career agitator coming to challenge, coming to tell you those that sold Mazin Nnamdi Kanu, they are not even ashamed of themselves. They come boldly to this kind of a platform to come and disgrace themselves. It is a thing of joy. You understand? So I couldn't hold myself. I'm sorry for that. I'm sorry for the introduction. Please,
Okay.
I'm sorry for that. You understand?
So all of you are children of one womb,
Of course,
one mother.
but even
I
though we are
want,
children of one womb, we still have betrayers among us.
I want to preach.
Yeah.
I want to preach. I want to preach. That's why I have not asked anybody whether you belong where or where. No. I have put this topic as the people of Southeast, human rights abuses generally, so that we don't fall victims of where you belong this way or that way.
Of course.
I am above that.
Yeah.
And I want you people to know that the common enemy is not yourself.
At all.
The common enemy is Tinubu and his government and Buhari, the former government. It's not you people.
Not at all.
So you should stand above all this. People should have divided views. And that's why he has raised his point. And I've listened to the speeches. I was the last man on planet Earth to 1 month before the leader of IPOB was kidnapped in Kenya, rendated. 1 month I had interviewed
Yeah, I
him.
was
He
there
didn't
too.
tell
I
me
was there during the
he
interview.
was in Africa.
Mm.
I thought he was in UK. That's what he told me. I was also equally shocked because I'm not a Kenyan. Some people thought at that time I'm a Kenyan. I'm not. I also live out of my country because of the politics of my country for 40 years. I have gone through so many of the things that Nnamdi Kanu is going through. I've been attempted on. My life has been attempted on 22 times. Yes, if you didn't know it today. But I'm here today. I'm struggling on. I brought peace in my country by negotiation with President Museveni. We sat down and signed an agreement. Uganda is now peaceful.
Yes.
The northern part of Uganda is peaceful. The war is gone. But for me, 20 years ago, me and the President Museveni, if we were on the same flight, that flight must land abruptly. This is the Dr. Matsanga you hear about. But later on, when the British government, the Commonwealth threatened us even. This same Commonwealth, that's why I'm also going back to the Commonwealth. They told us if you don't do peace talks in Uganda, you will not even stay in the United Kingdom. You have to go or we relocate you to Canada because you are already part and a parcel of us for over 40 years. I'm now 40 years in exile this year. I've seen quite a lot of things. I've seen the kidnapper who married Diko. I was in London when Buhari kidnapped Umar Diko, put him in a box, in a coffin, and he was found in Stansted Airport in London, going almost on the plane. I've seen lots of things. I've been to Nigeria for so many of these elections. I've stood for Nigeria. I'm the one who broke the windows of your embassy when Obasanjo, that gentleman from Ken Serawa, what is the other name?
Sarawuwa.
Yes, Serawa, and then Abiola, Chief
Abiola.
Mashud
Abiola.
Abiola.
Okay.
When they were in prison, I was the one organizing a demonstration outside Nigerian embassy, High Commission in London, near the Commonwealth. And one day, because that embassy is near the Commonwealth, one day I decided, let me break the window. I could see the ambassador up looking at us while the winter was too much. So I said, okay, because I was a former soldier. And most of these people, like Judge Osuji of ICC, Osuji, all those are we were demonstrating every Friday when we leave the university. When after our masters with Osuji and other people, we could say now we are going there. Those days I used to have to drink alcohol. I used to carry my bottle, which was not allowed on the demonstration. I am the one who was able to be given permission by Metropolitan Police to be able to hold a demonstration outside that embassy every Friday from 4 p.m. up to about 7 p.m. Now, one evening, I got mad. I said, this man, ambassador, is always opening that window. Let me go for the window. I told 2 of 3 Nigerians at that time. I didn't know the difference, which one was which, but they were my colleagues in the university, and they used to come from Cambridge University, and we all meet in London. I said I am a commando. That's how they used to call me. Mr. Commando. I said, let's go and break the window. I will break the window for you. While the people are making noise, we go inside and collect that guy upstairs there. Eh? So when the ambassador, the high commissioner of Abacha, had the windows, bar glasses breaking, they switched off the lights and they made through the exit. And then someone called police. Police came. That time there were no these cameras and this. You know, by now, if it was now, somebody would have taken a photograph and then handed it over to police. There were no cameras at all. There was only one photograph, one camera. There were cameras, but they were not as efficient as now. Because now anything, you cannot do anything in Abia state. You are the army. And you think among the army, there will be somebody who will take a picture and send it to the social media. That's why the people are finding what is happening in Abia state and other states in Southeast. We know what is going on. We can tell the difference between the army and the people who are not the army. So here I am today. That's why I'm telling you this story, that the enemy, the common enemy is not yourselves. It's not amongst yourselves. You can split into several groups that you want, but you should not lose the common focus. That common focus is one, the release of our brother, Namdi Khan, to be released unharmed by the government of Buhari. The
Tinubu.
government. Anyway, this is Buhari.
Tinubu.
It is
Tinubu.
Buhari's government.
Yeah.
Tinubu, but it is still Buhari's government. Because Tinubu doesn't know. He doesn't even talk for 10 minutes. He doesn't know how to talk 10 minutes. He talks only 5 minutes maximum. You know? He can't read a speech for 1 hour. Like me, I can sit here for 6
He's
hours.
just a stooge by the Fulanis. Yeah.
Yes. So it is a government controlled by some
yeah.
other people.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's push on. We have done so well. We are learning quite a lot. There are people here. There are journalists here. There are senior diplomats here listening to your story. So don't fight. Don't quarrel each other. We want your story, the story of... There are 21 senior people here listening to the story whom I have attached. Me as the convener, the host, I can see who is with a hidden camera on my special phone. I've seen who they are. So we know what is going on. So don't quarrel over this. State your points. Put your points very clear. Whichever group you belong to, it's up to you. But my aim is to get this voice. Should Nigeria be expelled from the Commonwealth for abuse, gross misconduct, gross abuse of human rights? Yes or no? Those are
Dr.
the questions
Musanga,
you
Dr.
should answer.
Musanga, just 2 seconds, please. Yeah,
Go ahead.
please, sir. I just want to make something clear. There is because I made mention, there is nothing like a groups in the Biafran liberation right now, because what we are doing is to make sure that we rescue our people from the disaster that is supposed on them. You can remember when I made my speech, I did not point finger of anything, but the point I want you to understand here now is that when I made mention of enablers and those being used to to trap our people and keep them vulnerable for the for the atrocities they have been doing and they want to continue, I also made mention of enablers. So the point I'm trying to make is that when somebody coming in to speak as if we have an issue, we don't have issue because we have a government and we have we have a prime minister. We have submitted documents to countries of the world for 2nd of December for recognition. And I strongly believe that almost all these countries have no option by any way to say no, because our eyes is on the ball and on the swan, which is we are just
Sorry,
So
Dr. Masinga. Sorry, Dr.
so the
Masinga.
point,
We who? The
sorry, the
IPOB.
point I'm
We
trying to
who?
make here is that
Who put
can you
referendum?
please I didn't
Who
disturb
put
you. Can you
referendum? You
please?
said 2 seconds.
Can you
You
please
spoke
wait
about more than
now?
20
Can you
minutes.
please
Okay,
wait?
okay, okay,
Nobody
okay.
put referendum.
Okay,
Please,
you
can
We
you
wind
have
up.
please
nothing
You
hide
like
your
wind
any
up,
nobody
shame?
sister.
like
You
a prime
wind up. You
minister.
have.
We have only
Hide your
one leader.
shame, Mr.
You.
Ramsey. And keep
You said
quiet
2
Oh.
for crying
seconds.
out loud. Listen
Dr.
to what
Masinga
Dr.
said you
Oh.
can
Masanga
have
has just
7
said.
groups.
Order.
We can have
Order.
7 groups.
Order. 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 I don't want anybody to speak without my permission. And I'm not going to allow my group to go into disorganization. We have a major, call ahead. We must be disciplined to listen to each other. We must. Let's get reasonable. Some of us are very mature people at this age, but we are still organizing these programs, and we endeavor to organize them. You can see I am here very far away from my home, but I'm still struggling to make sure that the voice is heard. You are not the only people here on this platform. Very many of you are on this platform, including those same other bad people, the ones who even in prison, they are here. The one in the government, they are here. They are listening. But if they see you people yourselves again quarreling, it will cause kind of problem. One person should speak at a go. Thank you very much. Mr. Ugo, you have been speaking for some time. Now I want you to land your mic. You have made your point very clear. Land your mic. I left you to speak for almost 20 minutes. So thank you. And what were you saying?
Thank you, Dr. Yeah,
And
thank you, Dr. Masanga. No, I was just
briefly, what were you saying?
yeah.
Let's not have a ping pong.
Yeah, no.
And Helen,
What?
if you have something to say, prepare it to say it. And you now, after that, we keep quiet.
Okay.
We want to go to other speakers. And yes.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I'm not saying anything that just like as I said before, when even in South Africa before they got their independence, we have ANC, we have many, but they have one focus, they have one goal. So even if somebody feels that our leader Nnamdi Kanu even said that if somebody even go to Masob, there are many Biafran agitators. The way you believe it is good for you, you can have your own, lead the way you want to lead, but he has his own. That is how you say God directed him. Then because he was inside now, some people are capitalizing. They'll be using his picture, saying he did this, he did that, and that is not what he did. That's not how he wanted the struggle to be to get the struggle. So if you want to form anything, do it, but don't attach his name. And that is what is keeping him in Nigeria jail. Because Nigerian government are using some people, they will do something, they say, that's why you say anything they do in Eastern Nigeria, they say it's IPOB. Who formed IPOB? Mazin Nnamdi Kanu. You see? So they are doing all these things. Nigerian government continue to keep him inside. So if you want to form anything, if you want to do referendum, if you want to do anything, create it on your own, but don't attach the IPOB inside it. That's the only thing I want to say. I believe we will get there. We are suffering them too much. Like the same Ugochukwu said, this now is to bash. Because Dr. Masinga, many times you've said it before, even in some of your program. Nobody from the eastern side will land directly from anywhere in the world. No international airport. What we have is local airport. You land in Abuja, you land in Lagos, you take the local flight, you go to local airport. And
And guess what? I went there with a friend long time
yeah.
ago. And this friend told me I should wait for him in Lagos. We go to his home.
Yes.
I waited in the hotel, and the friend had gone to his house first.
Yes.
He came to pick me in the hotel. It took him 7 days.
Yes, because the roads are not there. So these are the
Yes,
common
7 days.
the common enemy,
I
the
had
common
to.
thing we're supposed to, that's what we are focusing on. And we have no
Yes,
seaport.
I had.
And
Let me tell you this, Andy. I had to eat my Christmas in that Sheraton hotel. There is a hotel. Yeah, I hope it is still there. Sheraton
in Lagos.
in Lagos.
Yeah.
Yes, I ate my Christmas there, waiting for a man who had gone home. And by the time he arrived, I was preparing. My ticket was to return to London. And as he said, if I'd come with my bag, we would just go to London. Because there's no infrastructure in that place.
No.
I said, what was making you? What was making you? It's an area with a productive area, southeast, but it doesn't have infrastructure even to be productive. They have over 100,000 roadblocks of different types scattered all over southeast. What are they looking down there for? Is it the gold, the big gold that was lost? Yet Boko Haram is killing people in the north. So why are you crowding your army in the south to butcher people? Why don't you chase those defilers, kidnappers who are kidnapping our children? That's all I am saying. And I have a right as an African to say that I am not calling for his neck. I am not saying go and cut his neck and bring it for me. No, I am simply saying let him change his leadership style. We look at Nigeria as a country that should give us direction in Africa. We cannot unite when the Biafra people are being slaughtered, killed. We can't have African unity. It cannot come. Hey. And that's why we want the Commonwealth to say something about this. It cannot be business as usual. While oil is being pumped, while oil is being sent out, while the conservative government of Mr. Rishi Sunak and other prime ministers who have fallen from Theresa May, Johnson, Liz, all these who have fallen, while they watch the siphoning of minerals, oil, gas, and other things for the British companies and the French companies, I want them to understand that there are people there being killed. They are being slaughtered every day. Yes, that's it. You can't stop my mouth. And I'm also giving a warning shot that time is running out. I brought this topic to tell the Commonwealth that time is running out. You never know. Human beings who are pressed to the wall, they fight back. Yeah. Yes. Idi Amin forced us to the war in Tanzania. We went to the war in Tanzania. I'm speaking like a Nyerere in Tanzania. I grew up in Tanzania. 1978 in Tanzania. I picked a gun to fight Idi Amin in Tanzania. I'm still here. We removed Idi Amin together with President Museveni. He was in Fronasa. I was Chikosi Marum 208 KJ with Tanzanian People's Defense Forces. Very young man, handsome. with dimples. My dimples are gone. Yes. So the younger generation who want to fight today, take an example, a leaf from me. I have not put money ahead of me. I've been in exile for 40 years. I have never been seduced by money to go back. I have only struck agreement to bring peace, pressurized by the Commonwealth, by Gordon Brown and the British government in 2005, put pressure on me to bring down the war in northern Uganda. It is me who went to sign those agreements. That's why some of these Ugandans are here making noise. Go, 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 go. They are making noise because I silenced the war. There was a war they couldn't manage. Some of them were younger people. They were not even born, some of them. They were in school. So when you see an elder trying to tell you, we have gone through a lot, all of you people who are here. Some of us have gone through 22 assassination attempts. Our lives, we have lived in a very bad way, and we are still here. But all what we need to do is we can't have a united Africa when one part of Africa is bleeding. That is my principle. You can take me to Jerusalem. You can take me to Damascus. I'll still go to Jerusalem. And I go up to Angel Gabriel and tell him Africa can never unite when some parts of Africa are bleeding. Amazonia is bleeding. Biafra is bleeding. Congo is bleeding. Sudan is bleeding. Somalia is bleeding. Central African Republic is bleeding. Therefore, we can't unite. I hope people hear me now. We can't. And all this work that I do it voluntarily. I'm not an NGO. That's why I put a bag there. If you feel that my work is good, those pounds, £1, £2, £10, $1, $20, the one that you throw about and take girlfriends for drink can help us to progress in our fight and talk every day about what ails Africa. It's not a force, it's your own heart. Be patriotic and help a struggle to remove the bondage of the people of Africa and the people of Biafra from the bondage they are in today. Nobody is forcing you, but it is your heart. It is there. If you want to contact me, if you want my book, I'm also selling a book, How Britain Erred on Zimbabwe. How Britain put sanctions and killed another country. Then why are they not killing another one called Nigeria? Have you seen the double standards? They have allowed Nigeria to do everything on earth, on human beings. But they cannot close it. They cannot sack it out of the Commonwealth. But they sacked Zimbabwe out of the Commonwealth just for elections. But look at the damage Nigeria is doing in the Commonwealth. Thank you very much. It is a moment that we must always cherish as brothers, support each other to liberate our countries, to support each other, to speak for the people who are voiceless. Thank you. And you had finished your point. I don't know whether you are still on the platform or you are gone. If you have gone, you have heard my points. Thank you. So when we are here, let's speak with a voice that this step will be taken. The king will know. So many people in thousands gathered on a platform, and if this is a typical sampling, how many of these platforms every day talk about the same subject? And why are we having no standards in the Commonwealth? That's all. Yes. 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 Stella.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. Good evening, Dr. David Masanga. My pleasure. This is my first time.
Thank
This is
you.
my first time in your space, and the topic is Nigeria should be expelled from Commonwealth for abuse of human rights. Yeah, but you see, Nigeria we know about has been taken over, or in fact, since it's been in the hands of foreigners who are the Fulani Mujahid Arabs. So Fulani Mujahid Arabs have been ruling Nigeria for years. You know, they conquered Hausas. You know, now they now made them slaves. They've conquered half of the Yorubas. They've conquered half of the Middle Belt. And as they're conquering, they're pushing in Islam. And so Biafra, when they push in Islam, those areas will now start using Sharia laws. So Hausa, the northern part of Nigeria now, they have almost all the states in northern parts since have been using Sharia law, while others are using secular laws. So what they're doing now is to make sure that all the states and then also Biafran land must be converted to Islam and then be used, and then Sharia law will be used. But you see, they are having problems in Biafra land because Biafrans are not Muslims. And then what they do is to walk into the communities and ask them, you want to be a Christian or you want to be a Muslim? And when you say you want to be a Christian, they chop off your neck. So that's what they have been doing. So apart from mineral resources and all this, yeah, it's also part of the problem. But you see, the problem we are facing now is a problem of do or die. Because we are, we have become an endangered species in Nigeria. So they are now looking for Biafrans to kill. So far as they have now known that Biafrans have refused to be converted to Islam. In fact, last time Musa, the head of chief of the defense staff of Nigeria, now told them that they are now using a jungle warfare. And then Tinubu told them to kill anybody that is still wanting Biafra. Anybody that is calling Biafra anywhere, kill them. You see how dangerous it has become. So it's no more issue of mineral resources, Albad Road. This one is now the problem is we want to stay alive. They are killing all of us. They are killing all of us. And I remember when the former Buhari's president said, if Biafrans are serious, they should organize themselves and try to create a state within a state. Ladies and gentlemen, Biafrans have been able to be organized, and we have created a state within a state. We now have Biafra government in exile. We have de facto government in homeland. We've been able to create liaison offices all over the whole world. We have our Federal Reserve. We have Biafra coin. We have Biafra satellite radio and TV. We have, in fact, Biafra now is having self-referendum because that Nigeria wouldn't give us a referendum. UN, EU, they all of them have become deaf and dumb and blind on top of it. They are pretending they don't know what's been going on in Nigeria and in Biafran land. And thousands and thousands, thousands and thousands of Nigeria being killed from 1967 till date. Well over 12 million, M for million Biafrans have been killed on the altar of one Nigeria. Masanga, have you ever seen a country that is called one America, one Uganda, one South Africa? Because people inside there have not been able to, the country is not working. It's not working. And they did it purposely never to work. It has been monkey the walk, babu the chop. The people in Biafra land will work and work, the mineral resources, everything will be gotten there and then pushed down to the north, not to, even the north self also. In fact, Fulani Mujahid Arab, they are wicked. They are migrants. They are not Hausas. Fulani are not Yorubas. Fulani are not Middle Belt. They are not, I don't know what they are doing there. They must be pushed back to Futajalon where they came from, so that people in that area can have life. Since they came around our vicinity, Masanga, they will hit Yoruba man and Hausa man head together, hit Biafra man and Middle Belt man head together. And you guys be busy fighting yourselves. Whilst they are busy taking over your land, changing the names. So these people, we don't need them. We can continue to coexist with these people. And this is why Biafra government has now put all the structures in place. In fact, referendum has been going on and well over 30 million Biafrans have voted yes to exit Nigeria. And this one is making Nigeria government go gaga. In fact, the more we are doing this, the more they are killing us. And in fact, a date has been fixed that by 2nd of December this year, Biafra will be restored. So, Biafrans all over the world are voting. Voting is going on. And somebody was saying before self-referendum, who gave them? Yeah, it's in your constitution, but you wouldn't want to do. In fact, release Mazen Nandekanu, you have held your own court, have said release him, you refuse. Masanga, that place is a jungle, is a zoo. Nothing works, it's a lawless place. Nigeria is a failed country. Nigeria is a frozen country. As such, must be dissolved so that people inside there can have life. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you're a Biafran here and you have not voted, please go and vote. And we're also using every Saturday, Biafrans all over the whole world are supporting and paying their taxes and supporting financially Biafra government and Biafra armed forces that are in homeland defending our territories, fighting, defending our mothers and fathers, so that now they can at least go to farmland. But you know what these people do? They will carry the cows, enter into our farmland, cows, and cow will enter there, eat up the yam, eat up the vegetable, eat everything. You know what they say? That our land has become theirs. Okay, so Fulani Mujahid Arab said Biafra land is their own, Yoruba land is their own, Hausa land their own, Middle Belt their own, Kenya, Fulani, Ghana is their own.
They are move. They will soon move to the Atlantic
I'm
Ocean.
telling you, this
The cows need. Somebody here said the cows have a passport. There's just some gentleman here that
you
they
know
need to give the cows a passport.
You know what they do before? When you touch one cow, they will kill 10 people. So their cow life is even what's more than people's life, the way they see it. So Musenga, the hell is going on. Evil is going on in Nigeria and in Biafra land. And this is why this year, 2nd of December, Biafra will be restored and we will go out of that country. And if they...
Thank you, Mr. Warrior, sister.
Yes, worry sister.
Yes,
Thank
my
you,
sister,
Dr.
Worry.
Yes, how are you?
I am still alive.
I know. You remember me now. When my sister spoke, Ellie, you thought it was me, but it wasn't me. I
Yes,
was
I
on it.
thought it was her.
Yes, I remember.
She
I tell
speaks
you.
like you.
Like me. Yes. We are angry.
Where have you disappeared to again? You are hungry and they don't hear you. Is there someone hearing her?
No, it's like network is taking her out now.
Okay, she's angry and the network is angry. Her network is hungry also. Let's see who else has not
Yes.
spoken here because we're about to bring. Are you back here?
Can you hear me?
Warrior.
Yes, I can hear
Warrior.
you.
Yeah, we hear you now.
Okay, you
We
hear? I
hear
can
you
hear
now.
you.
Go
Yes.
ahead.
Okay. I said Commonwealth is for British. They cannot expel Nigeria because Nigeria is doing their bidding. Nigeria is doing British bidding, and British is Commonwealth. Nnamdi Kanu is a British citizen. What did they do? They refuse to fight for their own. Why are they fighting for Nigeria? Because they felt Nigeria is their own company. And Nnamdi Kanu is coming to destroy their company. That is their belief. Nobody is going to expel Nigeria. It's only Biafra that will expel Nigeria. And the minute Biafra comes, I bet you, take it to the bank. Africa will be free. Africa will be free when Biafra comes. It's only
Wow.
Biafra that can rescue Africa. And it's only Biafra that can suspend Nigeria with what we are doing, with what our PM is doing. Dr. Makanda, I told you the other day on the 2nd December. Can you hear me? Hello?
100%.
Good. I told you the last time I spoke with you that December 2nd is our day. The heaven will come down. It might not be immediately, but they will feel it. They've started feeling it. And now they are putting more
Okay.
pressure on our leader, Simon Ekpa, that you know, that you have had a word with. What are you doing, sir? Because expelling Nigeria from Commonwealth will not do us any good. Because nobody is going to expel Nigeria from Commonwealth. Because poor Commonwealth belongs to
I
British.
told you, my sister, there are so many ways of slaughtering a cat.
Okay, so many ways.
Uh-huh.
Yes, so many ways.
As an elder, I am telling you there are so many ways. Not all of us can be on the front line. There are some who should be on what we call a backup computer system.
Okay, so that's what we are, right?
Uh-huh.
So you're
You
on that as
you
well.
got it right
Yeah.
now. Which part of the state of Biafra do you come
Uh,
from? Emo State?
no, I'm from Delta State. I'm from Wari, Isoko, Urobo State right now. We have 40 states in
Okay.
Biafra now. We have 40 states. I am from the Urobo, Isoko State. We have oil. We have
Okay.
everything. Our
Okay.
oil is for the
Because
Janjaweed.
because you speak like my woman from Emo State.
Okay, we are one. That's why we are one. We are one, doctor. We are one.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Go ahead. Go
Okay,
ahead. Finish your
okay,
statement.
okay.
Yes.
Our oil is for this Janjaweed. Meanwhile, their gold is for Zamfara. They use our own oil money to crucify us, to rape us, Dr. Makanda. 13 years old child. 13. They raped this little girl. 2 years old boy. They massacre the boy with hearts on his head. How bad are they? How cruel are they? We are talking about just Commonwealth to expel them. Would that do anything? No. We should clamor for Biafra to go. Please, Dr. Makanda, clamor for Biafra to go. Not just Commonwealth. We are not going to be in the Commonwealth anyway when Biafra comes. We don't need them. They need us more than we need them. British is panicking because they know we have the right guy that does the right thing. We are not wash. We are pure, whiter than white, whiter than snow. Dr. Makanza, please clamor for Biafra to come and not Nigeria to leave Commonwealth. It will not do us any good. Thank you. I rest my case.
Doctor, are you
Hello,
there?
Dr.
Or
Makanza. Did you hear me?
Nigeria start calling you again, doctor?
Hello?
Hello,
Yeah.
hello, hello, hello,
Yeah.
hello. Nobody can tackle
I'm
me.
done.
My
Yes.
friend, where? Nobody can
Yes.
worry. My message is there. You asked me what can we do to support
Yes.
you. Support me, I'm a volunteer. You and your sister.
Okay. We should stop.
Hey, have you seen your sister
Yes.
Helen who talks exactly like
Yes, she's
you?
my sister. She's my sister. She's my sister. We are from the same place. We are from Urobo Soko State.
Thank you very
Thank
much,
you.
my
Thank
people.
you.
It's your heart and your appreciation
Yes.
that for the work some of us are doing, there are too many ways of slaughtering a cat.
Yes.
You can slaughter it in by hitting the head, or you can cut the legs first.
Yeah.
One way or the other is our
We
message,
got.
and your
Yeah.
message is always the
Thank
same.
you. Thank you. Please.
Until you give Biafra
Yes.
freedom,
Africa will
the
never
right
free.
to
Africa will be never free.
the right to the right to defend itself, to decide where they should be.
Yes.
Africa cannot
No.
unite. That's
That's
all.
all. Absolutely.
And let that message go
Yeah.
out to the people of the Commonwealth,
Yeah.
to the people of the British Empire who will be
Absolutely.
gathered in Samoa.
Yes.
And that's what I'm doing.
Thank you.
We can't all of us be in one handbag. You see the handbag that you carry, if you lock us inside there, we are not able to move out.
No.
Therefore, that's why I'm not here to take sides of where I want people to reason, and these voices are going to reach far. Thank you.
Thank you
Next
very.
speak up. We're about to close the ceremony. Raphael.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Dr. Masanga. Observing protocol, I want to appreciate everyone that have come to listen to our brother and our friend, Dr. David Masanga. And Dr. David, I really appreciate the fact that you have consistently remained a friend, in fact, a family with Biafra, and we do not take that for granted. You had stood with our leader, Mazin Namdekano. You had supported his divine son, and today, currently, our Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile, Mazi Simon Ekpa, in whose government I am serving presently as the Deputy Minister of Communication, Biafra Republic government in exile. My name is Raphael Chamaka Ajere, and I want to applaud you for all you are doing and the consistency of always remembering the midnights and the terrible times that Biafrans are going through, and you never cease to speak up. We do not take it for granted, and we want to say thank you. And it is true that you're doing a lot, and you are doing what you need to do. And we need more people to at least speak up the way you're speaking. And this space, is already catching fire. The Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, called Nigeria, they are feeling the heat presently. And especially now that there is a new sheriff in town, in Biafra, because when they kidnapped our leader Mazin Namdekano, they thought it was all over. They came to, brandish him on their television, blindfolding him, and they brought him out like a trophy. But today it has choked them on their neck, and they are looking for how to get out of the hook. And the people that actually wrote them in are the same people you are asking to expel them from the Commonwealth. And the truth is that it is a good cause that you are calling for, but whether or not they are expelled from Commonwealth, Biafra have already expelled them from Biafra land, and we are making it, known to the whole world, that they are an atrocious nation, a terrorist country, and the evidence are glaring. And every day We are showing it to the world, and we will continue to do that. And presently, we have expelled them, and we are giving them, more than they can even chew. They are afraid to even come and confront us. Our armies on ground are giving them tough time, and their military heads and their senators are crying. They are not, able to withstand us. Their days are numbered already, and the truth remains that the whole world is knowing Nigeria for who they are. And Biafra is the redemption for Africa. And the way you are speaking up shows that you already know, the importance of Biafra, and you are doing very, very good at that. So anybody that does not know that Biafra is the redemption for Africa and that is not speaking up now, they will regret it, because if you do not stand with Biafra, your own midnight will come, and I wonder who will stand for you. So Nigeria is suffering, and instead of them trying to do the right thing to even save what is left of them, they prefer to save the lives of their cows. Presently they are even debating in their Senate, whether to give cow more priority than human being. And already we have seen it all. We already knew that is what they do. That is their trademark. They prefer to give preferences to cow. Their cow go everywhere in Biafra land, in all over. If not only in Biafra land.
Have we lost Mr. Raphael?
We lost him.
Raphael, we lost you. Okay, worry. What is the problem again?
Sorry, sir. You remember last time I spoke with you? I asked you a question. Can you remember the question?
I remember the question, and I have told you that I am
What happened?
open.
Did you lose me? Am I still coming out?
Yes, we did.
I think.
Yes, you are coming now. You did before.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, looks like my mic was muted. Anyway, I'm impressed with what Dr. Masanga is doing, and I love the fact that our people are here to support and to listen to your wisdom and your experience, which means a lot, because you are a well experienced man. In Uganda, you have done a lot, and you have even in Kenya. We see your footprints, what you're doing, and we appreciate you. Please continue to speak up.
And Zimbabwe, don't forget
Even in
Zimbabwe.
Zimbabwe, yes, you have done a lot.
Yes, I removed the Mugabe. Mugabe went to the grave when his country, if sanctions were removed in European Union because of my application. And there are so many other things that I've done which I cannot displace here, so that these many of your people, especially those who think that they love Junubu more than Matanga. you know, there are many things legal. Mine, if you look at my application today, go to my website, my X handle here. You have seen I've challenged the whole world, and my application has been accepted by the
Wow.
ICC as a friend, amicus curiae. Because I said the chief prosecutor of the International
Wow.
Criminal Court is a stupid man, is wrong. You cannot go and violate the laws of the International Criminal Court by invoking a name of a country. If you say you are going to issue a warrant of arrest, where will you find the leader of Hamas to give him the warrant? Where? Have you ever seen the leader of Hamas? Where is he?
They are
It's
in
in
Nigeria.
Nigeria.
Some of them
It's
are
in
in Nigeria.
Nigeria.
Uh-huh.
They are in Nigeria.
Now you people are saying he's in Nigeria in a jungle there, somewhere
Yes,
in
they are in
Kaduna.
Nigeria.
Eh? or
Yes.
Madiguri. Now others are saying he's in Saudi Arabia. Others are saying, where will you find him to issue a warrant of arrest? So a chief prosecutor of International Criminal Court is the most heinous, critical, stupid man on planet Earth who sprang up to hate because some people are forcing him on religious basis to issue a warrant against nature now. And yes, I am not saying other people did not die. They died. People have died on both sides. But why did you wait for so long? Why? My question is that, why did you violate Article 12A? Why did you violate Article 58? Why did you violate Article 98? Why? Mathanga always asks. I write my statements. I write my English. You cannot beat me on writing. When I sit down with you, you can beat me in accent. Talk about your English accent and American accent. But when I sit down in law in court, you can't cheat me.
Very interesting, sir.
You allow your Buhari, now he's away. Tell Buhari that you go to Charing Cross for medical treatment again. Those who are here, Buhari's people, tell him that they go to Charing Cross for medical treatment when you fall sick, because he usually goes to Charing Cross in London, isn't it? Have you seen Buhari since he fell sick? Since he left power, does he go to Charing Cross anymore? He goes to where? Saudi Arabia. My brother, have you seen Mr. Paul Biya coming to London? Can he come to London? He can go to Switzerland, but not United Kingdom. Kuja, come there. Paul Biya, if the plane gets spoiled around the airspace of Britain and it lands at Heathrow Airport, he will answer my summons. It is there waiting in the old belly. I paid the money for it to wait. Yes, yes, yes. Look at the man talking. Don't talk. Look at the man talking. There are so many ways of fighting. It is not only by gun. Yes. The gun is the final destiny. But the tools of analysis, the brain, is very important. Do you see Mr. Paul Biya going to London? He can go to Switzerland, but he cannot come to United Kingdom. I swear over my dead body. His plane will be left at that airport like a pinochet. It will be flown back empty.
Wow. That's interesting.
Where?
Dr. Masanga, I think...
So when I'm pushing something like this of Commonwealth, my friend, I've also been in the United Kingdom 40 years.
Wow.
40 years. Don't play about with me and say this, that. Don't try it. Don't. Because I also know all the rules. I don't talk much. I don't have much money. But I have tools of the brain. I can lock you up in the United Kingdom. Because there's rule of law. Where is Kagame and his project now? Where? Where is it? Where is it? He said he wanted to take refugees. Do you know the person who was giving evidence? Do you know him, Mr. Rafa?
No, I don't know.
Do you know the technical evidence given by who? By this voice talking to you.
You are a man of what? You are a man of what?
Go and ask United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees. If I was not in court, ask them who gave the analysis of the whole African. And I went in for 45 minutes. They gave me 2.5 hours.
Wow.
That's how I picked friendship with some of the House of Lords judges. They couldn't believe that an African of this nature knows even all the names of 54 presidents without looking at Google. Yes. Some of you, if I ask you even to name me 10 names, you say, let me get my phone and get Google first. Yeah. Please, I've done my best for Africa. And that's why you see we don't go on. All of us cannot fight in one way. There are others who can fight their way. Those who have chosen to fight
Yeah.
their way, they can. But we are only taking and marking, giving time.
You already
You
said
get
it.
my
You
point?
already said it. There
We
are
are
several
giving.
ways to skin a cat, and which is completely correct. In fact, what you are doing is making
Yes, we are moving
yes.
towards there. We must. You see, what you people don't know. You don't need to sit there and then they accuse you. Did you try this? Did you write to us this? Did you try this? You exhaust all the ways. Then lastly, when it rains, it rains. I hope you people, Raphael, know what it is. When it rains, it rains. It will not rain and go back. It will wash you away. But if you have left some loopholes, some international agencies will come and say, oh, why didn't you inform us on this? Inform everybody. There is tell everybody the truth, that there is something very crooked there. There is an army there that is not fighting an enemy, but slaughtering young boys, putting them in water, dirty water, to drink it to die. If you don't do that, then you are useless. If you want just to fight, you are useless. You must exhaust all the channels. Lay the case, lay the letter, lay the case, lay the letter, lay the case. As you lay your case, put the letter in writing. Said, you remember this?
Our
Yes.
armies at home, they are only even defending our land. When the enemies come, Nigeria terrorists.
That's okay. I have no
Yeah.
problem with anybody. Raphael, I have no problem. That is why I've told you there are so many ways of
Exactly.
slaughtering a cat.
We are doing even more than enough of all this, where our alliances are broadening. I'm telling you, they reach where we are at now. In fact, we have covered what, in just these few years, just in less than 2 years that our government has been formed, we have done more than anything, anybody have done for Biafra in the past many years. Believe me. Now you can see.
Okay, that is
Yeah.
okay. I
Every
understand,
day
Raphael.
we are.
It is Raphael, wait. At the end of the day, you have one common enemy. Whether you are where you have one common enemy. Whoever is fighting using the social media is a friend. Whoever is fighting using anything, any means, is a friend. After all means are constitutional. You hear
Yeah.
me? All means are constitutional. If they were not constitutional, why did Britain invade Iraq? Are you hearing me? I'm turning into my lecture as a teacher who
I hear
teaches
you.
political science. If you say the one in the Africa is not constitutional, then why did you invade Iraq? Because you invaded Iraq because there was something evil that you claim there was evil, isn't it? So why would you stop an African who is also dealing with the same evil in a different way? Are you
Clear. Yeah, I'm
getting me,
getting you.
Rafa? Yes, I did not learn just to shoot in London or where. I was a soldier. And the rank is very clear. I left with it. I still die with it. I'm retired. I fought, I've walked over dead bodies. Long time walking on them. From Tanzania at 78, younger man. I'm terrified when I see a conflict going to that extent of violence. I see this one of Nigeria. If we don't tell the world, it is going to go that side. Very soon, it will go full scale because I am seeing it going there. So the best thing is me, as a man who has seen more death and conflict on my continent, in my country, I must spearhead the way of that, making sure that the world understands that there is something dangerous that is taking place in a country called Nigeria. So please appeal, when the Labour government comes to power next month, the first priority, release that Nnamdi Kanu. He's a British citizen languishing with a British passport somewhere in a dungeon, not in a prison where he can get medical treatment freely. So you must struggle in all ways. Okay? You must struggle in all ways. You cannot say yours is the best than the other one. No. Anybody saying that I just ran away from him, I disappear. We party like the South African rapper who said, there's a song, one of the girls here can sing for me. They listen to those imperialistic songs. Me, I'm not, I listen to Lingala only, you know. So please, we must tell the world. We must continue, don't tire to tell the world. Don't tire. We are not killing anybody by saying, please, there is trouble in Nigeria. The government has run amok. The army has run amok. It is slaughtering people. It is raping women. It's cutting small children, younger boys, shooting them at short range in Abia State, in all the states of Southeast. Yet the enemy is in the Northeast in Boko Haram areas. That one we shall not keep quiet. So if you want to kill us, kill us. That's it. But you want to kill all the people. Another one will open up a space again tomorrow. So thank you very much. Go ahead. Who is next here?
Thank you. Let me bring my point to a close. Can I just say? Yeah, let me bring my point to a close. Your point, your advice is well understood, but I want you to also know that the awareness we are creating is massive. You know, we have a media presence like never before. We are every day on Spaces, every day on YouTube, every day on Twitter, every day on Facebook. We are everywhere.
Boss, you are Raphael. You are preaching to the converted. I'm already converted.
I'm just trying to update you on.
I know. I see you. I watch all your things.
Good.
If you didn't know, so yeah, I watch every. I don't have segregation.
Let me just buttress a point, sir. Can I buttress one point? Okay.
Yes,
all the people that come, because I know that when you are speaking, some people come to distract you and they try to tell you, don't be on this side, be on this other side, but you are focused, because you know what you're doing. Because some of those people are distractors and we don't even pay attention to them, because what we are doing is result oriented. That's the most important thing, because if there's no result in what you're doing, then you're wasting time. So now that the whole of Biafra land is seeing the result and the impact we are making, that's the reason why today, with our self-vote referendum we're voting right now, within 2 months, in less than 2 months, we have over 30 million. Our self-referendum voting. Over 30 million Biafrans have voted already, showing you that they are impressed with what the present government is doing. So those that will come and be distracting, this is not doing it well, this one they make all those propaganda and all those blackmail. We don't care. The fact that Nigeria must be painted the color that they are, which is a very evil entity, a terrorist government. Their army is a terrorist army. They are going into the indigenous people's communities, killing them, maiming them. There's a community in the old Delta State, Ukwama community. They wiped out almost everybody. The remnant of them are now hiding in the bushes. Why? Because they want to come and steal their oil. They want to do the same thing in other parts of Biafra land, but our armies have resisted them and they cannot even penetrate. So that's the fact. I don't want to waste your time. You are doing a lot. There are so many people here. Let me allow you to continue. I am even streaming right now as we are doing. I'm streaming on all my channels. On my 2 YouTube channels, I'm streaming it, and on my on my Facebook channel, I'm streaming. So this gospel for Biafra freedom and for Africa freedom must continue, and we cannot relent. Thank you very much, Dr. Masanga, for giving me this time. God bless you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Raphael. Continue with whatever you are doing with the struggle. We are all the same, east or west. There are so many ways of going to heaven, isn't it?
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Did you know that there are so many ways? How many of you here know that there are so many ways of entering the kingdom of God? So many. At least I am an Anglican. There is a Buddhist. There is Islam. There is Christianity. There is Catholic. There is Anglican. There is Pentecostal. There is Buddha. There is what is this called? Sikh
There is
Muslims.
traditional, and there is the
They are,
traditional worship, which I now believe in also.
and there are those who
Yes,
are
traditionalists.
pagans, even pagans or traditionalists, pagans. There are several ways of entering the kingdom
Dr. Musanga, I want
because
to pass Biafra to enter my own heaven. So let Nigeria let me pass my Biafra land. Go heaven.
yeah, you have spoken the most because you can now for you can use. There are so many ways. Even the Fulani will arrive there, but the judgment will remain the same because you don't know where you are going. When you leave the planet Earth, do you know where you are going? No. Why is it that all of us look in the sky when we are praying? How many of you look in the ground? How many? Why do you watch your hands up and say, "Oh God, help me"? Because those are so many ways of entering the kingdom of God, or God is the one who decides whether you go to hell or to heaven, or sit there in the waiting room waiting for judgment. So we don't know. We are all under one guidance of God. That whatever we try to say is too loud. The situation of human rights abuses in this country, political country called Nigeria, and the killing of specific areas, namely the southeast, and the trumping up charges against people who are trying to speak out on behalf of their people. Where did the decorum of Commonwealth go? If we expelled Abacha from the Commonwealth, why have we tolerated Tinubu? Are you seeing where I'm ending? Are
It's
you seeing
perfect.
where I'm ending?
Keep calling,
Are
keep
you going
calling
to
for
end
this.
up?
They must expel them from Commonwealth. You are making the right call,
Yes.
sir.
If you go, Worry does not want, but Worry will not carry his gun up to Samoa. Worry, will you carry your gun up to Samoa Island?
Do you know why they
No,
expect?
no, no, no. Will you? You need somebody there to speak. You need someone, your prime minister, to send your representative to speak there. You don't
Yes.
need to go with stones there.
No.
So the more we speak, as others do other things, the better. You can't force
Yeah.
all of us to go one direction.
No.
No,
No.
no.
No. We can't. Okay, Dr. Makanza, thank you very much. I only have 2 words for you again. One, I want to ask just 2 questions this time, and I will not come back again. You remember me last time. Thank God you remember me
You
last
can
time.
come back as many times as possible, as long as
Okay, thank you.
you are
Okay,
asking
thank you.
so many sensible questions.
Thank you. You know, you remember our leader very well because you have interacted with him so many times in Adikano. So you know him. You will say he's a man of his word, right? Correct? Doctor?
I answered those questions that time. The
Do you
younger
know
man
why?
you are talking,
No, no, this
the
one is a
prime
new one.
minister man, Simon, you are talking
Not
about him.
Simon. No, no, no. I'm talking about Nnamdi Kanu now.
Of
You
course,
you
of
know he's
course.
a man of his word, right?
The only thing that I don't know, the only
Mm.
thing is I never saw him.
Okay. You never saw
I
him.
saw him on my interview.
Okay.
It pains
Okay.
me so much. After 1
Okay, you
month,
will see him. Don't worry, you will see him. It's coming
after
out.
1 month,
But why I'm asking this question? Because you just spoke to my minister that if Buhari comes to England, they will arrest him. And our leader, Nnamdi Kanu, have
not
told
they
us.
will arrest him. Mama, get
Yeah.
facts correct. If Buhari comes to United Kingdom again,
Mm, mm.
he will answer my summons.
Okay, you will answer his
Dr.
question.
David,
But
this is
what I want to say
Matrix.
now,
What is sister?
what I want to say now, well, let me finish. We cannot go cut me off.
What is
Please.
sister? Hold on,
Wait,
please.
1 second, 1 second. No, 1 second, no, 1 second, I beg. I just want to ask
Yeah,
you
what
because
is
he has spoken to Nnamdi Kanu several times, and I believe he believe his word. And our leader told us Buhari is dead and buried in the in
Saudi Arabia.
what is this place?
In shallow
Saudi
grave. In
Arabia.
shallow
That
grave.
is what he said. That he has been buried. Saudi Arabia. I know you don't want to believe that, but that is what because he promised us. He said if it's not true, that he will give up Biafra. That was his word. So that's why I believe him because he a vow that if they quote him, that if but they should come and prove to him if Buhari is alive, that he will give up Biafra for a man of his integrity, for a man as big as he is, for a man as strong as he is, for a man that is willing to give his father and his mom to say that I will give up everything if they can prove it. Dr. Lukanza, to me, Buhari is gone. He's the fake puppet, whatever they want to bring
okay,
to me.
okay.
And
Worry.
I asked you the last question, sir.
Madam,
I
Madam,
asked you.
worry. Worry.
Hmm?
I
Yes,
am
sir.
not a DNA expert.
Okay.
Let him come for summons and we take his samples.
Okay. Okay.
I don't know
Okay.
whether you are understanding what I've done.
I understand. Yes.
The
I
problem with
understand.
you people,
That's why he will
there
not
are so
come.
many people who,
That's why he will
yes,
not come
can
because
listen
he will
first.
not allow us to take his samples. That's why he will not come.
No, don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. I have put a caveat. I have made an application. Have you gone to do you read my space? Go and look at the application I've made on Israel and Palestine. Then you can know I am a very deadly boy.
So are you still coming to Finland? The last
Don't
time I'll ask
worry.
you.
I don't need a visa to come to Finland. I need
Okay.
on a plane to drive me there.
Okay. Okay,
Have
that
I
is
answered
my
your question?
question. Yes. So you are invited.
Are you also going to be there? Because you
Live.
also
Yes.
come when
Ask for
you
Warrior
and your
sister when you are
sister,
there.
you and
Yes.
your sister arrive there. I want to
Yes.
meet you there.
Yes, I'm coming.
Yes, I'm a
Yes,
serious
I'm coming.
African man. So you
Yes,
be there.
I will come. Thank you. You will see me there, sir. Thank you very much. And God bless you for your
Meanwhile,
hard
if
work.
you appreciate my work,
Yes,
you
we
have
do.
seen what is up there. Don't pretend that you didn't see it.
No,
Especially
we
you
do.
worry, you talk a lot. Don't
I give it
pretend
to
you
you.
don't do it. Yes. If you yes, you talk a lot,
Stop.
and you might say, I didn't see. I have today, you have been asking me, what can we do for you? These things, applications that you put in court, we put there with money. We don't put there with saliva. And I'm sure the cabinet secretary here will tell you how much they use to do all these things worldwide. It's very
We
costly.
contribute money. Yes, we did contribute
Yes,
money for it.
it's a
We
lot.
all
Me,
contribute. Yes.
I'm not forcing anybody, but I'm saying if you appreciate my work, whether you are Ugandan, whether you are Zimbabwean, so many Zimbabweans are appreciating my work, what I do on Africa. Kenyans are appreciating my work. It's up to you people. I've done my
Biafra,
best.
we appreciate you when you come to Finland. We appreciate you more.
You don't
Okay?
wait for me. Are you God to prepare whether I will come or not? You wait, do what is here alive. Where? We worry. Worry? Why are you trying to postpone the problems?
Dr. Matanga.
Yes,
Mouthpiece
my mouthpiece, my
is
mouthpiece
of the
sister.
gods
Go
of
ahead.
the mouthpiece of the gods of Biafra. I think my worry sister has already said what I wanted to ask. Was I wanted to ask you: is it the dead Buhari or the duplicate that you are telling us about? So
That's why I want to capture him. Then I can take the DNA. Because you can't go to English prison without DNA testing your saliva.
I think he might run away. He's not going to come back.
Yeah, he has run away now. He has since he retired. He has gone to Saudi Arabia 3 times for medical treatment.
That
Because honestly, the papers are lying there waiting. I don't do my things publicly. I've done my best.
I think
It is a summons. There is have you seen Sarkozy talking again?
well, the thing is,
Have you seen Sarkozy? My friend, I have laid trap for so many. Sarkozy. If Sarkozy ever arrives in any African country, I've laid a trap.
well, he's talking today in the D-Day celebration, so he's talking.
He can talk in France. That's okay. But not in Africa, man.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. So what I'm trying to say in essence,
Sarkozy is, I think you know Sarkozy is the one who killed Muammar Gaddafi. That's the man I'm looking for.
right?
So if he ever flies anywhere in the territory of African Union, I bet he will not go back to France. That's it. That's Dr. Matanga for you.
Okay, but
This is a man who stole Gaddafi's money, went and used it for his election. A court in France found him guilty and sentenced him to 1 year. So why are we Africans so stupid that we cannot use that evidence in Paris to take it to the African court and say, when you see this man, just ask him from Krugerback National Park where he's going to see the animals, bring him to court before he leaves for Paris on bail.
that's why, Dr. Matanga, that's why we are saying that Biafrans telling the world we don't even need to get a DNA test of Buhari to know that the man going about saying he's Buhari is not Buhari. So we all know that. So we don't even need a DNA to tell us that. Even a child.
Yeah, you might not need DNA, but the court might need DNA to sentence you. Are you here? Are you with me now?
I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm with you.
For you,
I'm with you.
for you,
We,
you
we all
don't need DNA.
we don't need
But
we don't need it.
the old bailey in London, in central London, will need the DNA of Buhari. Is he the real one, or is he the one already in another shell grave? So once they do that, then they sentence him.
The thing is that
So we need the
the
DNA.
place you're calling is where all the lies matters. If you understand what
It
my term,
doesn't matter,
that
my sister. My sister, don't even worry. I've
okay.
also lived here. I came here when I was 29. I've lived here 40 years. So don't worry. I also know the corners. I know my children are now big. You can kill me if you want. That
Okay.
time I was worried.
Thank you.
That time I was worried. They were young. They wouldn't know where to go. But now they are married. One of them has given you 5 good children. And those are the younger boys I'm fighting for.
Okay, thank you so much.
And
Even
they
if
need
even your the caption you used today, Nigeria should be expelled from the Commonwealth for abuse of human rights. Is enough for me for today. So I'm very
yes.
grateful. Thank you so much. Very
Look at that. Then
appreciative.
we
Thank you.
must shout. We must tell everybody that this place, that man Tunubu you see with those big clothes wearing around, He can't make even a speech for 10 minutes. He's finished.
It's
But human is finished. Yes, finito.
it's incredible.
Is finished. It's gone. He can't speak for 10 minutes. Have you ever seen Buhari, Mr. Tunubu speaking for more than 10 minutes?
The funny thing is that the same people who knew quite well everything about him, they initially when he was sworn in as the president of Nigeria, there some of them stayed clear, but after a while, because of what they intend to gain from Nigeria, they started supporting him, which is so hypocritical. It's unfair because when you talk about something good, you should stick to it, not when after a while you turn around to support evil. That's I just have no the West anymore. They don't deserve our respect at all.
You can't have respect for the conservative government whose owners are the richest people who drill the oil in America. In Nigeria, sorry. You didn't know that?
I know.
The
I
conservative
know.
government
I
in
know.
Britain
I know.
is for the rich people.
I know.
The Labour government, where I belong to 47 years, is for the poor people like us, downtrodden, the black minority, those refugees like Matanga, who arrived there as a refugee and studied in the same universities they have, excelled
And they
the
are not
highest level.
ashamed. They are not ashamed that it is our oil that they use to call themselves
Of course, for elections.
for rich countries. But the same people you look down on are the ones feeding you, and then you go behind to say that you're giving us aid. Shame on them.
Yes. So, what aid? You look at Nigerians who go to the. I want to give you an Teddy. I know I'm going to allow you to come in, Teddy. I want to give you people on this platform education on one thing. Over 10,000 Nigerians every day. Over 10,000 go to the American embassy for visa every day. Out of 10,000, you pay how much naira? Anybody here who knows how much naira for a visa to go to America? When you apply for an American visa, how much do you pay? Anybody who knows the figure here?
I
Mr. Teddy, can you
I don't.
can Teddy, Teddy, do you know the figure? You are making noise.
You can
Um,
remove him or you
um,
mute his mic.
I'll mute his mic.
did you ask me a question?
Yes, I was asking you a question. Yeah. Yeah, I was
Okay.
asking you a question. How many
What
do
was
you know
that,
how much
please?
you pay for an American visa? If you want to go to America, how much money do you pay in Naira?
In Naira, I didn't pay actually. My visa I got when I was in UAE. I didn't pay in Naira.
Yeah, but
So,
how
but
much
I paid
American visa? Anybody who knows? Okay, let
in
me use the
Nigeria.
Ugandan
Honestly, I don't
scenario.
know how much they pay. Yeah.
Okay, fine. Close your mic and let me tell you. Use the Ugandan style.
Okay.
In Uganda, every day there are
Daddy, mute your
5,000.
mic.
Mr.
Mute your
Teddy,
phone now.
can you mute your mic, please? In Uganda, every day, 5,000 Ugandans go to the embassy of America to seek a visa, either for work, for travel, my relative, this 5,000. Each person pays $147. Are you hearing me? If you have a calculator there, it's a non-refundable. Am I wrong?
You're correct.
You are not wrong. You're correct.
Aha. Non-refundable money. Can you see how this imperialists work on us? Non-refundable. Out of 5,000, only 500 people each day are given visas. 4,500, their visas are collapsed. Are you hearing me?
Yes, we are.
Hello?
Yes, we
But the
are.
money is not refunded. Have you seen how much money they make every day? American embassy makes that money 4,500 times $147. How that? Look at the amount of money they make every day in one country. For you to go and see nothing, but to go and see violence in America, where a small boy can pull out an AK-47 and kill you. They have nothing for us to see there. Africa has got enough for us to see big lions, big waterfalls like the ones in Nigeria, which you have not used to make electricity. There are very many.
Sorry,
Good women in Nigeria.
sorry,
Good
David.
women in Nigeria. Wait.
Yeah,
Good women from Emo State in Nigeria.
David Matanga, please. Our chief of staff is here. Her name is Dr. Ngos. Yeah. So please,
I am going to call him to come up.
her name is Dr. Ngozi Orabueze. You can see her on the
I have
list.
talked.
Yeah.
Tell her to raise the fingers to pick the microphone. I will send her the microphone. Now, I want you to know someone touched on aid, on what they give us, that they are giving us. Do you know that that is our money they give us back? They say we have given aid to Uganda. It is the visa money. It is the visa money they collect from us every day. Did you know that trick? Why should America have an embassy everywhere? Because they collect free money from hapless Africans like you and me. You are lining up, you are paying. Why is it that if you don't get the visa, they refund your money? Have they ever refunded your money? Do they refund your money when you fail to get the visa?
No way. No way.
There you are. Use your brains now and see how these countries have exploited us. I was talking to my government official this morning on phone from Accra. I was talking to him. I said, when I become a minister of state for internal affairs in charge of immigration, American will pay $2,000 for a visa before he comes to see my Uganda Makshoni Falls and our gorillas in Mount Renzori. We have the best gorillas on the planet Earth. Before you come to see them, 2,000 per visa. That's how countries in Europe collect money on us. All of us are some of us are in Europe. I can see very many of you here. We lose money that way. We lose money. We pay these people. We pay these institutions. Have you seen that? We are, in fact, the money that they send back to us, it is our money. The visa money of failed applications is what pays the salaries of all these ambassadors. Have you seen that? We are useless people, Africans. We are black. We are, because they called us what? We are in trouble. So when they get a poor leader, a bad leader, like Mr. Tunubu, who cannot speak for 10 minutes. They utilize him. You think if you don't take more of these messages to them, they will, the more you take to them, the more they say, oh, they know. These people know about it. Eh? Now in their rooms, they are thinking, are they aware of this? So the more, that's why their intelligence systems, isn't it? Why are there intelligence systems? The intelligence systems in the world because they find out that do they know about it? You think for Tony Blair to go and invade Iraq, didn't the British government know that they are using a fake dossier? They knew. But they used the wrong dossier to go and invade Iraq and destroy it. They finished it. Hello? They finished Iraq. And later on, he came and said, I'm sorry. The dossier we used was fake. But unfortunately, they have destroyed the country. So when you are in this war, you must think in all spheres. You must look at every part, every publicity that can bring the plight of the people of Biafra. Utilize it. Utilize it. If you can speak about the plight of the people of Biafra suffering, being killed by an army which is supposed to protect them, use it. Use it. Use that, and Africa will rise and shine again. But I'm not going to sit here and call for African unity when one part of Africa is bleeding.
So
Let's hear.
yeah, Doctor, please, Dr. Ngozi, our Chief of Staff, please, can you take up the mic? Maybe if you have any question for Dr. Matanga, please. She is there. I don't know. Maybe she's requesting for mic because I'm not a co-host. So I think Dr. Matanga.
No, I can't see. I can't see. Any request is.
Yeah. Her name is Dr. Ngozi Orabueze, or just Ngozi Orabueze.
She's here.
Yes, she's Ngozi Orabueze.
She's here. You have become the spokeswoman. No wonder you are called the mouthpiece.
Okay.
Yes. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, I sort up this is another way of a fight. We can use so many methods in exposing dictatorship, in exposing brutality. There are several ways of slaughtering a cat. Dr. Ngozi will tell you that there are so many ways a patient can be saved. Mine is a political legal bypass. I'm now using a bypass. If the heart is broken down, I'll use a bypass to reach the heart to pump in the truth. The truth here is Commonwealth needs to wake up. They need to know, as those leaders assemble in Samoa in 2 months' time to 3 months' time, they need to know that there is something wrong taking place in a place called Southeast Nigeria. So thank you very much. Dr. Ngozi, just a minute, and I call this gentleman called Teddy. Teddy has been on this microphone for a long time. Teddy, what do you have to tell us?
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Masanga. This is my actually second time of your space. The other time we were talking extensively on the roadblocks in the southeastern part of Nigeria, the Biafran side, and we deliberated on it extensively, which you offered some good advice and narrated their war story of when you went on Christmas somewhere in the east and how long you spent when your colleague or somebody else, your friend, came after some days due to roadblocks
Yes.
from Onitsha and so on and so forth. I remember that was the first time I joined your space. Today, and the question is, should Nigeria be expelled from Commonwealth for abuses of human rights? Not even only expelling Nigeria. Human rights abuses are so much in Nigeria. Injustices, the justice system, in fact, is not the best right home of any country. That is what is assault. Dishonesty and frauds actually is rampant in Nigeria. That even if the leaders over there, if you call them Mr. Fraud, that's their second name. I see all the kind of pilfering of treasuries and so on and so forth. That's actually what's happening there. And I don't think such a country is worth being even in the Commonwealth of Nations. The Commonwealth is obsolete. I don't think we should actually belong to anything there. Nigeria should get out of it. And Biafra will never, ever, I think, left for me, one man, one vote. I will not vote for Biafra being a Commonwealth. And I'm a Biafran. The other man was telling us war stories when the war started. He was 6, but I was 9 when the war started. And actually, all the experiences and the emotion, that man, I've forgotten his name, he mentioned here, actually, we all bought all those things. And eventually, here we are.
It's called
And
Bosho.
every, sorry?
I don't know
Hello?
Bosho, but I suspect he is a member of DSS.
Oh, okay. I was talking of
You remember the
something,
man
and
who had
there
a
was,
tie? Yes, the one who had a
yeah,
tie who came in to say who supported the government. I suspect he's a member of.
yeah,
Those are some of those small guys who run around thinking
yeah.
they know what to do about intelligence. We are not doing anything wrong. We are in touch. Yes, go ahead.
So those things were ranting to water, and we are here. Biafrans are here. And actually, every other person, see how they say, how it's burning on me, and for all of us who actually believe on this project, that we are getting out of the whole system, and Biafra, for all known characteristics, has the has characteristics of a good nation. There's nothing we have not laid the foundation. We've done a lot of things that actually herald the new system. All what we are doing is to making sure our mothers, our children, our farmlands are not eventually grabbed by the Fulanese. And these are the terror group that are actually terrorizing everybody. That people that did the decision that dragged us into a war that's supposed not to be done. In Aburi, before the war, every other person learned something and signed agreement on getting back here. Britain with go on. I think the president then, commander Scott, came back and breached the agreement. When he breached it, he fired the first salvo for the war, and that resulted in a war. And all the things that caused the war are still here. And they want me to come and be swallowing it as hook, bear, and sinker. No, all of us are going to see the end of it this time around. And that's why I like people on the platform. I like the Biafrans so far. Everybody is interested in getting the hell out of Nigeria. And shouldn't even come around again. To me, not come because they are all dishonest. In your Commonwealth, human rights abuses happen. International criminal, internationally, a country went into another country, committed a crime, rendition somebody, and everybody, did as if nothing happened. The Britain that the Nazi Nnamdi Kanu is national did not say anything. And if you look at it, everything is like a web of criminals. Kenya and Nigeria is having tried that same process. I think 1984, after the military coup or something like that, one Marudiko was about to be created back to Nigeria. And the same Buhari that did the same thing is the same one that paid for uh, the kidnap and rendition of our leader here. That country is a criminal country. And nobody internationally should allow the country to coexist as a member, even if in the AU or something. Get get rid of them, because human rights abuses are rampant there. So much. There's so much. With this, I can say we should look at Nigeria with a dull brown eyes.
my people go. Biafrans have been going through a lot of degradation, a lot of killings under the Nigerian government. Many people that are here are aware of Nigerian government has a policy to reintegrate and rehabilitate non-terrorists into the military, into the police, into the security apparatus. How can you function as a country when terrorists are running your country? And then when the civilians, when the Christians in the Biafra territory talk, Nigerian government unleashes these reintegrated terrorists in army uniform to Biafra land. They kill, they maim, they degrade. Few days ago in Aba, Biafrans were made to hands up as they walk by the Nigerian military. But same thing happened few days ago in Zamfara state. Just yesterday, 7 policemen were killed. Nigerian government has not done anything. The citizens has not been harassed. No houses has been burnt. But Biafrans, we've marched peacefully in the past. We've marched unarmed in the past. But Nigerian government has continued to kill us. But right now, we said we must defend ourselves. So what you are doing in restoring peace to Africa, I thank you for that. And Biafrans, thank you for that. For speaking up for our Prime Minister, His Excellency Simon Ekpa, and the support. Biafrans, thank you. What I want the world to know, whoever is listening to me at this time, and I strongly believe that in the program for Dr. Masanga, I expect people like President Tinubu to be listening. I expect ex-President Buhari to be listening. I expect the DSS to be listening. Every single individual. At the end of the day, you cannot suppress the people that are determined to free themselves from a terrorist state. You cannot win that battle. That is where we are at this time. The only sane thing is to let Biafrans go. We've reported to the United Nations. In fact, the United Nations set up a committee that told Nigerian government to let Nnamdi go. They told them to let Nnamdi Kanu go, and they told him to reimburse him. Till today, Nigerian government have refused to do that. How do we operate with a government that have no respect for the rules of other countries? No respect for the lives and properties of the indigenous citizens of the country. How are we expected to live in the same country with reintegrated terrorists? So what you are saying is exactly what Africans must do. Nobody will fight this battle for us. After all, there are some African countries that removed themselves from ECOWAS. Yes, when they see that the ECOWAS cannot do nothing for them, or United Nations cannot do, they want to remove themselves, which is okay. So at the end of the day, we are the only one holding ourselves. We are the one that will free ourselves from these terrorists that are being pushed down to the Biafra territory by the Nigerian government. And we are willing to do that every single day because it is our land. It is how we want to be governed. It is protected. Self-determination is protected by the United Nations law. And we have a right to that. I don't want to hold us so far. In talking about the embassies, the different embassies that collect money from Africans every day, you are absolutely correct. How can embassies, Nigerian embassy, we have American embassy in Nigeria, European embassy in Nigeria, they make 5,000 schedules every day for Nigerians that want to run away from the reintegrated country. And all of them, they pay a fee before they process. Now, almost all of them are denied visa. Just few will be given that visa. But at the end of the day, they all pay the money. The money goes into their coffers and they use that money to still support the bad leadership in that country. So we know that it's going to stop. It's only a matter of time. As far as President Tinubu is concerned, he knows what he's doing. And he knows that this game he's playing with the terrorists in Nigeria is up. Today, Nigeria has been declared an Islamic state by Europe. How can Europe, Britain, declare Nigeria an Islamic state, when you know there are over 50% of Christians and 50% of Muslims in that country. We did not give that permission, but right now we are being treated as a Muslim state. That is going to stop. We must defend ourselves. And just there's so much to say, but I thank everybody. I do not want to take your time. Thank you so much, Dr. Masanga.
Thank you very much, Dr. Ngoti. Thank you very much,
I think
Dr. Ngozi,
he
for
deserves a hand of applause. That's our chief of staff.
yes,
Thank you, thank you.
yes.
Wow. And akwụkwọ aka ebe a.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, it's through talking that the anger goes down. If we don't talk, you end up fighting your husband or your wife. Always try this trick of talking at home. Whether you are married or not married, whether you have children or you have no children. If you have children, talk. If there is a problem you feel about one of your kids, talk. If you feel a problem about your wife, talk. Talking is part of the game of releasing anger. But it doesn't remove that focus on what you want to achieve. Because the more you hide the anger, the more you find yourself on a wrong path and then say, oh, why didn't I say this out? That's why talking about the Commonwealth silence, the silence, who is the Commonwealth? It's Britain. Britain is the Commonwealth. Who created the Commonwealth? Britain. Who is the head of the Commonwealth? Britain. The king is the head of the Commonwealth now. If we tell them that there is something wrong, they are here. I've seen all of them in the section where you have almost 27 people listening, 28 people listening. Among them, I know them. Very high people. I can't disclose because they chose not to be disclosed. But me, the owner of the platform, I know who they are. They are all here. Actually, they are now even more. 43 of VIPs listening quietly. They want to know the problem of this country. Why should the country be on the headlines? If you open up Nigerian television, fortunately, it has very beautiful ladies on TV. Very beautiful. But what they bring out of the mouth on when they're announcing, you run away, you close it quickly. I don't know whether you people have seen that. Once they start saying the headlines, 200 girls kidnapped. Hey? 22 people, 500 people killed, 300, 200. Oh, houses demolished. You run off. You say, what is going on here? Bandits. We kidnapped the governor or the secretary or this one. They killed him. And so it's a country that we are supposed to look at as Africans of smaller states. We want to look at a population similar to that of China. China defeats the world because of the population. China manufactures shoes. They give us surplus. Did you know that every lady you find from Nigeria going to China in Kenya airport, they are going to China. I'm going to China, my container. You are buying surplus food. Surplus. Look at that. Surplus. Hey, surplus slippers, sandals, shoes, torch, surplus. Because Chinese, how many of them? 2 billion. 2 billion Chinese. Do you know what they do? If each of them wears one pair of shoes, excluding the children who are just born yesterday, this is a market already. So if 220 million Nigerians, if we in Uganda are selling our goods to a state which is stable, we wouldn't be exporting our goods and the coffee. For example, let's take coffee which can be drunk by anybody in the world. We wouldn't be taking our coffee to Italy, and then Italian man manufactures it and then sells as a cup of coffee in Rome is about 12 pounds or 12 euros. One cup of coffee like this. And that coffee came from Uganda at a very cheap price. What about if we exported that coffee to Nigeria? How many Nigerians will drink our Ugandan coffee? 200 million people. Out of that, remove like 170 people who are able to buy coffee. The rest of 50 or 30 or 60 million are not, are children and are not able to reach that. Okay, that is a market.
Dr. Musaga, I think it's actually the other way around. Nigeria has at least 100 million people on less than the below the poverty line, which is that they sustain on less than $1.90 a day. And in saying that, it doesn't mean that this over 100 million people who sustain on $1.90 a day, doesn't mean all of them each get 190 a day from whatever hustle they do. No, some of them maybe they only get in 10 cents a day.
Correct.
And out of these 100 million people, 13 million of them are the people they call Almajiri. 13
What
million.
is
These are
Alumajiri?
people locked
I
in,
don't know.
locked.
You simplify that one.
They are locked in generational poverty.
Okay.
This means the parents were poor,
Okay.
they themselves are poor,
Fine.
their children
I
are poor,
understand.
and
I understand your point, but I
right,
was
right.
giving an illustration. Okay. A bigger population is where you can sell and supply your goods. But the population has been muzzled. The Biafran people are more. They have muzzled you, all of you, mixed you up with people sending their cows, with people who want a cow to get a passport. Excuse me. I had this being discussed in the Parliament of Nigeria, the Senate. I said, excuse me. I switched on again and I put my glasses. Is this correct? They want to give a cow a passport. So where are they exporting these cows? You know, there are certain things in Africa that are very interesting. You find people.
And the cows look
Yeah.
malnourished. You need to
So
look at them. They look so
so
malnourished.
if
Hard
we
living.
go on like this, these cows could reach Uganda, you know. So the earlier we sort out this mess, the better. Because if they are exporting cows with each with a passport, and you are going to see one of the senators printing passports for cows. Corruption. The things have gone wrong everywhere in Africa, ladies and gentlemen. So the more we shout to these leaders, the more we arrange. The chief of staff is here. She should now start applying for a visa for Samoa so that we can meet there. Dr. Ngozi, apply for a visa so that we can go and meet in Samoa. They are going there. Have got my documents. I've got my hotel. I've paid. They gave me my accreditation for the summit. So I will be inside to see that Tunubu of yours sleeping on the chair. So during break, I walk outside near him because now you are allowed in the main plenary. I said, my friend Tunubu, what you? Why are you killing Biafrans? Matanga does not fear. I will be a delegate on equal status with them. So fear me. Yes, I will also be there. So you don't stop on as other people are doing other things, good things. Fine. We should also do some other things to make noise. So that you write your good paper and present to the supply 54 copies in a good envelope and give to the personal assistant of each of the head of state.
So is it in Africa?
Samoa is going to be in the Pacific Ocean.
Because anything in Africa, our cabinets are not going. They're gonna kidnap them the way they did to our leader, please.
No, this is Samoa. You Google Samoa, the Commonwealth country in the Pacific Ocean near Tonga Islands. That side there is the Commonwealth country where the king will be. All 54 heads of state will be there from Africa and other parts of the world. They better know because the charter of the Commonwealth talks
We
about.
don't trust Britain. So Dr. Masanga,
Don't
our
trust
chief of
them.
staff, goes
I
there.
am not saying you go there. I am telling
Dr.
you.
Masanga, and
For,
Samoa, I think that's the island where they literally I think that's where they worship King Charles like a god. They claim he's some sort of god.
yes, Samoa Island.
So
Yes.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you don't
No,
need to go.
our people
I
are
am not
not allowed
saying
to
you
go.
go there. I am going there. If they kidnap me, I'm all right. Because even if they don't kidnap you, where are you going to go? You are going to die in the same way. But I'm not telling anybody to go there. I'm simply saying the Commonwealth will be held in that place. It will be held there. You need a voice there. If UN is going to be held anywhere, you need a voice there. If African Union is going to be held in Addis Ababa, like the way we are fighting to bring in somebody who can listen to the problems of Africa, I will be there.
Yeah, you're gonna be there to represent us.
Yes, I'm always there. I've been there. I don't fear. I don't fear. Hey, what else is left for me? Haven't I lived? You have to be there. You have to fight. And I will not, nobody will close my mouth when I'm in AU for me to shout at. Haven't you seen what the damage I've done on Faki Musa? Have you seen the damage? Do you follow my writings, you people? I don't joke. I investigated Musa Faki. He can't, after finishing AU, he can't go to Chad. I went to Chad myself and I sat with the son of Idris Dabi for 1 week. 1 week in his palace. I told him, this man killed your father. Let him finish and go there and we see. He has to go and live in exile and die there in Paris. You don't joke with Matanga. I told the son, that this AU chairperson who doesn't listen about the problem of Amazonia and the Biafra because he has been paid by Buhari and Tunubu. This man killed your father with terrorists, with rebels who came from Libya. He knows who killed your father. Hasn't the son won election now? And the man, after the son winning election, he did not even recognize the man. Have you seen now? That's the same man who killed your father. He's the president of Chad, unless you kill him again, like they killed the father. but he's now the president. So I know how you finish people like this AU chairperson, this Fulani tall funny man. You finish him there diplomatically. He's done. He will also smell Chad like Matsanga smells Uganda. So thank you very much, Ngozi. Thank you. God bless you. Keep fighting. Keep saying the truth. Let's don't. If you stop talking, then you'll have very bad things. Shine, shine.
Thank
Oh, Ngozi, yes. You say your what?
Helen.
Ngozi, you were saying something. Let's hear from Ngozi.
No, I, yeah, Dr. Musanga, I just said thank you so much. I heard your suggestion about the visits, and that is a very
It is
good
a
one.
summit.
And if
It's
you've
not
been
a visit. It's
following,
a summit of
yeah,
54 heads of state.
yes,
It is in October.
exactly,
Yes.
exactly.
You
All
even
right.
if you don't go there,
Thank you
even
so
if you
much.
don't go there, prepare your documents and pour them there.
Thank you so much. Our PM, we are talking about Biafra freedom, Biafra liberation, and we are using both the diplomatic way and different avenue, three major ways. So thank you for that. And I know that Biafra will be fully represented there, whether I'm there or
Yes.
not. But our focus is not moved
I
at
know
all.
what
And
worry
we are, yeah.
does not want any agents. This worry woman is very stubborn. Who created her, this one here? Worry, yes.
Doctor, she agrees with you. She says 100%.
No, she doesn't. Now she's agreeing. Oh, because I had not pulled her up, she was complaining. Worry, what is the problem? Why is your farm down?
I want my minister to invite you to Finland. To Finland. That is, I
Oh,
want to speak to my minister.
oh, okay. I think I am coming to that. I will come anytime. I don't need a visa, lady. I don't. I am you just tell me, I will arrive. Now that you have insisted. And when the
Yes.
lady from the river states, Delta states, insists, you have to go. Thank you, Wari. And your sister Helen, you have insisted I should go. Let me bring my other sister, Shine Shine. Shine, it is your turn to speak.
Okay.
Yeah, go
I'm
ahead.
sorry, I cannot say anything too much because where I am, Dr. Mazanga, good evening. I cannot talk where I am. Thank you for all what you are doing. Thank you.
Oh my God. Okay. I hope you are not under pressure.
No, no, no,
Okay,
no.
thank you very
Thank
much.
you. Thank you.
Thank you for all your support every day. God bless you. Keep on
And you
fighting for
too.
Biafra. Keep on contributing for anything that Biafra needs support for. Continue to do, whether
Okay.
shouting, whether prayer card, whether demonstration. That is all what we have to use, all tools to make sure that we liberate the people of Biafra who are under bondage and bring back the sense of a referendum. Give them a
Yeah,
referendum. If you don't want
yeah,
them, give them a referendum to go their way. Why do you kill them?
yeah, we must go.
Okay,
We
thank you.
must go, whether they like it or not, we must go. Don't worry, tomorrow I will be free tomorrow. I will be here
Okay,
tomorrow. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
okay, okay, my friend.
Don't worry, I hear those people that are disturbing you when I come tomorrow. So they will come, we will treat them fine. Thank you so much.
There is nobody disturbing me. All of them are my sisters. I'm an elder here. So
Yeah.
age commands that it deserves the respect. Thank you very much,
Mm.
Shine Shine.
Thank you, sir.
God
Thank you, sir.
bless.
You're welcome. And you too.
Who else? Worry, before I bring
No,
in
it's
new
Helen.
guests.
It's Helen.
Yes, what is it that you want to say?
Yeah, what I want to say is that before we exit Nigeria, the Nigeria terrorist military must be called to order. You understand?
Yes.
The kind of way they are killing our people is out of hand. We can't tolerate it any longer. We cannot bear it any longer. When they know that their Fulani terrorists cannot come to our land, they will put on the uniform. With their uniform, they will come to our land, they will kill and maim and make sure they burn down villages and bring in their Fulani inside. You understand? That is what is going on. The world must be notified of what is going on in Nigeria. They shouldn't close their eyes because the innocent are dying every day just because of they want to get into our resources. It's too bad. They shouldn't be quiet over what is happening. The Nigeria terrorist military must be called to order because if you are walking on the way, you see Nigeria military and you see a criminal, you will run to the criminal because the criminal will rob you and leave you. But Nigeria terrorist ministry must kill you. You understand? There is no life that is respected in Nigeria any longer, most especially with the Biafrans. When I say with the Biafrans, they have divided us, they call us South, South, and Southeast. And that is what we are for them now. So the way they are treating the both of us are different from the rest of the country. You understand? Okwama thing that happened, it happened between them. They are the one that were fighting themselves, they killed themselves. At the end, they turned the gun to the poor civilians living there. They burned out their houses. Those people now, they are living in the forest, in the rainforest, they are there. Nobody is helping them. You understand? So we are passing through a lot. We have the resources. We are the owner of the oil. Because of the oil, we cannot even fish. Our people, their main occupation is fishing and farming. Right now, they cannot access their rivers because the oil pollution, they are in everywhere. We cannot have good water to even drink. We don't have like nothing. Now, the only small thing that is left for us, which is the farming, the Fulani will bring in their cattle and eat up the crops. We are left, people are hungry as we are talking today now. They are hungry. So the Nigeria terrorist military must be called to order. They are supposed to guide. I've never seen a country that military will be roaming all about. The job of a policeman is being done by military in Nigeria. Please. Thank you
Okay.
very much.
Okay, that is why we are calling upon the Commonwealth to see at the current abuses, especially what happened to Abia. In Abia, what happened in all these places. We want them to see for themselves. If you don't shout at the real hour, then you lose the moment. Thank you. Thank you very much. We are coming to the closing end. I now want to invite one person, Chukwamaze. Chukwamaze. Can you pick the mic, please? Emeka, why are you going on and off? Emeka, pick the mic, please. Oh, there was an error. We are more than 10. One person will come
What
down.
is it? Can you hear me?
I hear you,
Yes, I can hear you.
Everywhere is silent.
Helen.
Huh?
I can hear you, Ellen. I can hear
Okay.
Dr. Matanja.
All
Are
right.
you girls, you two girls, what's going on here? You are connected on your lines or what? Huh? Aye, yeah. Okay, thank you very much, ladies. You have made the day. Your points, your cry for a better Biafra is the best thing that you can do. Don't hide. Go ahead all the time. Speak up your mind. Austin, you have come again. You people hold on. Emeka, where are you? Chuku Maaze. Come on, please.
Give me
Take
a
the
few.
mic.
Give me a few. Dr. Matan, give me a few. Give me like 2 minutes. You can give the next person. I'll come back.
The what? Or you
I
He
will
said
come
refuse?
back.
two. He said 2 seconds. You should give it to the next person. It's a
Okay.
little bit busy.
He's driving. Yes, I can
Yes.
hear.
Can I speak on this? Can I just say
Oh,
something?
oh no. This. You want to speak again? Who is this? Worry.
Worry, sister.
Okay. Worry,
I
sister.
just want to reiterate with Tunubu. When Jonathan was in power,
Mm.
right? They went to America to say all sort of things against Jonathan not to come back to power because they say Jonathan is this and that. Tunubu, with the condition that Tunubu is a drug dealer, is a money laundry. He went in university in America as a man, came out as a woman. All
Oh,
those garbage.
don't
If
don't
it is UK or America,
don't
will they
spoil
allow that kind of
don't
person to
spoil the
run
evening.
for election?
Oh, this girl here. She- You
you
know,
know,
you know what you are saying. You worry. Worry. It
yes,
is
sir.
now normal that people can go out of the universe men and come out women. So
That is what he did.
it is normal now. You know, you can't
It's
go to it. Let me tell you, worry. You can't go to a nightclub now and start. You have to ask exactly who is who. You didn't know
but we are not
which
joking.
town, which city are you? Are you in the UK, worry?
Yes, I'm in UK.
Exactly. Is it London?
Yes.
Go to go to the West End. Get
Okay.
take a ride to the West End and
Okay.
go in Soho on Friday.
Soho is a gay area. It's a gay area.
Not even in Soho. Go anywhere in the West End. You must find yourself. You must find yourself a position. You don't just go in a. You see, it is very strange nowadays. You must ask which club you are going to because in which is normal for us who live in London. You and I, we have gone through all these things
Okay.
for a long
So
time.
you are saying Tinubu is a
No,
gay,
I
right? He
don't
can
know.
dress
I
like a
am not.
woman.
I don't discuss those type of things on. Don't because there are so many people listening to us. They might think we are profiling people. We don't want to get involved. We want to do our
Okay.
business. Our
Okay.
platform to be respected, but we don't
Yeah,
know.
you know what I'm driving at
Yes,
is that if it is Britain or America, they will never allow him to run. Donald Trump did nothing wrong, but they are against Donald Trump.
yeah, he only
Why?
touched the
Because he
skirt,
speaks the truth.
which is normal. Yeah, don't Trump being harassed because of just having kids, just say hi. You know that's all. In Africa, that is not a crime. You see, that's not a crime. But now they even segregate whom they should sanction. If it was an African head of state, they would sanction. You see, you realize that the democracy of America has died. If Trump does not vie for elections, you are going to see the type of turmoil in that electoral system. There will be riots almost in every city of America. Trump is very, very popular. Very, very popular. And one of the things why I like Trump is when Trump is in power, he doesn't give a damn shot with people like this Tinubu. He tells them off. In fact, he minds more about American politics than in Africa. So what you do in Africa, nobody is going to accuse you. So it's better to have Trump.
Dr. Masanga,
Yes.
I'm back. If you, I don't know if you want me to go now, but I'm back.
Are
I'm
you
ready to
where are
talk.
you now?
I'm in a very good
Okay, go
place now
ahead,
to talk.
Mister. Let's listen to you, and then we close the. We want to
Okay.
close the.
Well,
Every
the
speaker who was here should come back, and I want to
okay.
give them a 1 minute
Thank you.
each to close.
Okay. Okay. First of all, thank you, Dr. Masanga, for the opportunity. Um, you're a very well respected person. I followed you right from that first interview you gave to our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. Thank you for this opportunity. I know your part. I know your work. I know what you've done, and I know your platform too is a very great tool that can be used to reach out far and wide. So, and thank you for what you're doing for Biafra. So, well, I just want to say something. Mm, You see, what we are doing in Biafra, what the government is doing for Biafra, what the Prime Minister of the people of Biafra is doing for Biafra is not just for Biafra alone, but by extension for Africa. You see, Africa for a very long time has been put in a cuckoo mode. When I say cuckoo mode, means that the psychic of an average African, because of the years of bastardization, colonial institutions that have been used to demean an average African, and this institution have been from generations to generations, is what has made Africa to be where we are today. And Biafra is yet to change that thing. And I want Africa to understand that you don't need anybody to give you freedom. And that's one thing about with Biafrans. I'm not here to romance the truth. I'm not here to try to be political correct, but I'm here to speak the truth and to speak the truth to power, to speak truth to the oppressors, the evil people of this world that I felt that their own life is more better than African life. You see, with your topic on this space today, you say Nigeria should be expelled from Commonwealth. I want to ask a very pertinent question. In Africa, we're familiar with mosquito. So when you want to go to sleep at night, and you know for some chance, or for some reason, maybe mosquito has made their way into your room. You don't want to get bitten by this mosquito. Yes, sir. Are you going to spray air freshener or you're going to spray an insecticide? Why did I give this analogy? You cannot fight evil with evil. You only fight evil with good. To me, Commonwealth is evil. To me, the owners of Commonwealth are evil. And why I want to say this is because that's why they hate us, Biafran, because we are not going to. You see, Africa need to understand that everything that you see operating, but from the institution of ICC to the likes of United Nations, what gave birth to United Nations? It was after the fall of the League of Nations, because at some point it got to a point that those who were under went free. So, and they found out that the case. What did they have to do? They had to bring it down. To bring it back, they only just changed the name and the structure to accommodate those people that were able to break free from those people oppressing them. It's the same thing with what they did to Africa. It was first slave trade, then it went to colonialism, and now neo-colonialism. What they have succeeded in doing is to keep the mind of an average African in docile so that they can continue to further oppress. To me, calling Tunumbu, calling the others is garbage, others is rubbish. When the people are ready to free themselves, they should do it themselves. And You don't need no United Nations to come give you no freedom. A few months ago, wasn't it the UN van that was found with gold when the van capsized? This was gold of people being put in United Nations van. Not until we are ready to say the truth and speak it how it is and not romance it. That's when it's not going to touch these people that are for so long put their legs on our neck. What Biafra is doing is no other freedom that has ever existed in Africa, in the history of Africa. We are not fighting for political inclusion. We are not fighting for, we are fighting a nationalist movement. I always make reference to South Africa. This is not to disrespect Mandela. He's a great man. He did the best he can do for his people. What Mandela did was to fight for political inclusion, which is political freedom, but not the economic freedom. And today you can see even the freedom of South Africa is in chaos, is on the brink of going back to how it is, because it is the economic class that influences the political class. So until we are ready to fight for economic power of our people, not political power, economic power. Because when you have the economic power, you can control the political affairs of your people. And that's what Biafra is doing, because our freedom is coming with both economic emancipation, political emancipation, and freedom to decide as a people how we want to be, how we want to live our life. What we are doing is decolonizing the colonial construct and restoring we as our people how we are before these scavengers came in and they have ravaged us. So I really appreciate this opportunity that you've given to us to speak. But one thing I want to say, Britain is the problem of this world. And not until you make that oppressor come to a point of conviction and remorsefulness, this problem will not be solved. And it's going to start with Biafra. Biafra is going to be the end to oppression in Africa, because Africa need to take their economic power back. That's why no matter what you see that's going on today, that's why you see the West can sanction Russia, because they hold the economic power. And that's why you see the world is moving from a unipolar world to a multipolar world. We need to start speaking this truth. We need to start believing in ourselves that we are the one that will give ourselves this freedom. What is United Nations? It's a charade. It's a garbage. The Secretary of United Nations was in Nigeria a few months ago, or if not a year ago. And at the end of the day, he's coming up with, oh, the government should resolve farmer headers clash. So do you think these people don't know what they are doing? I understand the fact that you said we need to exhaust all avenues to show that we have consulted all the necessary bodies. Of course, we are doing it. People on the helms of affairs of this government are people who are well refined and they know what they are doing. And that's why you see this shaking today. If only you will have time and go and read the 1940 Amalgamation Constitution to see the reason why Nigeria was created. It wasn't created for no indigenous population in that zone. Nigeria is a British company. Nigeria is listed as a stock exchange on the UK Stock Exchange. So why will Africa continue to take this mess? Like my leader always say, you cannot go to Europe and create a country for them. There can be no Pan-Africanism until all the countries, well, I don't call them countries, I call them colonial construct, until all the colonial constructs in Africa has been, oh my God, I don't know if am I coming out clear? Am I coming out? Yeah. Yeah. There will be
Yeah, go ahead, because
there will be
go ahead
no
because
Pan-Africanism until every country that is in Africa has been broken down. We don't have a country. So for us to be fully free and emancipate ourselves from this slavery that's still going on until today, even those in diaspora, Africans in diaspora are going through slavery. Not until you show this oppressor that you're ready to die and die for what is right and die for your freedom. Not until you show them that you value your dignity as a human, they're not gonna respect you. Britain is the problem because without the craft or the intelligence or the intention of Britain, Fulani will not be waxing there. Britain created Fulani, using Fulani as an extension to suppress indigenous population, and we cannot take this rubbish again. We are facing existential threats. It's high time Africans start believing that you are the one that will free yourself. You don't need no United Nations. Once you can organize yourself as a people and speak with one voice and tell the oppressor this is what you want, and you take it by force, not by no stupid politics. Somebody, I don't know, somebody's mic is on. And tell this oppressor that, listen, man, you people are not going to continue this again. You take it by force. Africans are scared. You need a revolution. That's the only answer. A revolution, nationalist revolution. Is it ethnic? Because Africa needs to be divided along tribal lines so that people who have similar value, similar belief, value system, can build a nation for themselves if they want to build a nation. There is no nation in Africa. That's why all this chaos will continue to grow. The African Union was not created by Africans. It was created by the colonial masters. That's why they continue to influence. True and genuine freedom is going to start from Biafra. We are going to build the first civilization in Africa, whether they like it or not, and nothing will stop us. But I just want to say thank you for giving us your platform to continue to use to speak our voice out there so that the world can know that we will not take this nonsense anymore. Thank you, Dr. Matsanga. I'm sorry if I took too much time, but thank you so much.
No problem. Mr. Choko, before you leave the platform,
Yes, I'm here, sir.
because I see you are a very busy man, I want to tell you, East or West, liberated, after liberation, you need these organizations. You are not an isolation. You can't live in a vacuum. But you are right. You need to move and move fast in order to liberate yourself. But after liberation, or even before liberation, you think right now if something good happens in Biafra, do you know the first person who is coming to congratulate you? Do you know the
Please
first
tell
person
me.
who will congratulate you? The message of congratulation will come from where? It will come from the
Because
same people who have oppressed you. Have you seen the
but
have you seen the congratulatory messages that they send around? Oh, we
yeah, I know.
stand with the people of Biafra. We have been doing so. It is all that. It is always like that because they brought 3 items to the African continent and marked these items very carefully. Your speech has just brought in so many dimensions. 1, religion.
Uh,
That's an item number 1 they came with. 2, mercantile capitalism. That's trade. That's how Nigeria was formed. Nigeria today is a company, is not a nation. It is you who looks at Nigeria as a nation. But Captain Lugard looked at Nigeria as a trading company on the stock exchange in London. Up to today, Nigeria has got over 50, almost coming to 50,000 professors in academics in different fields. But nobody has gone to the British court in London to seek why their country was registered as a trading company.
Red light camera reported ahead.
And you remember my words. You are being viewed as a trading company. That's why people still treat you as a trading company. You better market those things today, you people. The younger generation here. You are treated as a trading company.
Dr. Musanga, if we weren't here, many of those ignorant Nigerians will be adding.
Dr. Matsanga, everything you're saying is true.
They'll be adding.
You're very well knowledgeable about all the freedom
So
that fighting
let
that
me
has gone
finish
on in
my point.
Africa.
I know you want to go. So as a trading company, people in London look at you as a commodity, a supplier of commodity. That's the doctrine. And we have not washed off that doctrine. You find our African leaders piling themselves in a plane, being summoned by one man whose shoes he wears one pair for the whole year. You know that.
It's
Have you seen our
ridiculous.
African leaders? The way they plane, their
Yes.
planes will knock each other in the sky. They have been summoned to South Korea, South Korea. Now tomorrow another small country will summon us, another one summon here. 54 heads of state, grown-up Africans. So we are viewed as, suppliers of commodities. Nigeria was not formed as a state to govern itself. Nigeria was formed as a trading company to supply the goods that the British Empire needed at that time and needed today. Take that home.
I believe you, sir. You're right.
Uganda.
You're very right.
Uganda was a protectorate. That's why we were protected. Why? Nigeria was protected. Why? Ghana was protected. Why? In Uganda, they found us with kingdoms. In Nigeria, they found you with king. Everybody, the Igbo had their own kings, their own culture, their own writing, their own civic education, isn't it? But they did
Yeah.
not give you the freedom that they gave us in Uganda. Because our king was ruthless. You remember the king who banned the people because he found them praying? Do you remember that? King Mwanga.
Um. Okay.
We
I don't
the
know that, but
Matthias,
now I know.
the Matthias Day was celebrated on Monday this week because the king burned over 122 alive. He put them on fire because he asked them, what type of religion is this? Because you saw a white man called Dr. David Livingstone and Hannington. They passed here and left you a very bad religion. From that day, the British feared Uganda. They said, those ones, we have to protect them. But the problem of the West African states, which were colonized by either the French or the
Dr.
British.
Matanga, please, can you address? There is no West African state.
No,
It is West
okay.
African construct.
Or supply routes. Can I say that?
Yes, that's fine. Please,
I
thank you.
am being very respectable. But if you want to say, the problem in there is the Sultan of the northern part of your place. sold you out. You were sold. That's why they, if you go to every northern part of the British colony, former colony, you will find all the people there are soldiers. Have you asked why the Biafrans are the biggest population? How many soldiers are in the Nigerian army from Biafra? Ask yourself.
Yeah, we understand that it used to be more, but after the genocidal
They
war,
killed
a policy was written
because,
to never let us go
but
into
do
the
you know why
military.
have you studied as a knowledgeable man?
I know why. I know why, because the British taught the northern Fulanis that it is those who holds the barrier of the controls the government. That
Okay,
is why
thank
they
you very
moved their
much.
NDA over
I
there.
want to close.
That's why they moved everything there. They even moved their
Yes,
naval base to the north where there's no water. A naval base in the desert with no water.
yeah.
I don't know. Do you believe that?
No, I don't believe in that. But I'm just telling you that then it is the northern part that supplies you the men who kill you. Just as in Uganda, the northern part supplied the men who killed us. Just as in Ghana, look at the Ghana and the Ashanti and the Sokoto kingdoms. Look at the fight there. Have you seen the fight? It almost caused Ghana
A
to
little bit.
break to pieces. All parts where the British went, there was a divide and a rule system that created the disparities that you have today. Why is it that everybody, people who are a minority, they come and rule you on your land when you are the majority? Have you asked those questions? Think again. Go deeper into it.
Can I make a suggestion? The thing I want you, Dr. Matsanga, to understand is the only place in this world that you have vast numbers of aborigines still inhabiting their land is in Africa. And this is one of the motives to make sure that every country in Africa is under neo-colonialism.
Okay.
The goal of this colonialism is to make sure that whoever that runs that country is either a willing puppet or
That one.
an outsider who's masquerading to be an indigene of that place. So that
We know
whatever they
that.
are planning to do
Yes.
to be effective, we need to start speaking these things.
Yeah, but that's why
Africa is
we
facing
need these platforms. That's why you need a platform
yeah,
like
but
this.
Dr. Masanga,
Okay.
Dr. Masanga,
Yes,
I know you are
I want
very
to
you're
choose some
you're
other
very
people here, please. Make your points, land them
okay,
nicely.
thank you.
2, 3, 4.
Okay, what I want to say is I know that you are a very, very well learned and respected personnel. And you want to be diplomatic, you understand, with your choice of
And I have
words.
to be
But for
diplomatic to
we
keep
Biafra,
my platform.
I
Yes.
get that. I get that, but for we Biafrans, we are not going to be diplomatic because
Boss,
the scam is
I am
that
not
cannot be.
a Biafran, but I am an African who feels for the people
But
of
you have
Biafra. So don't
a
you say
Biafran
we
in-law, right?
Biafra. This I did not create this platform for myself. So don't
Okay,
use
okay.
those words. For we have we.
All right.
The moment you start we, I leave.
Okay.
Please, you
Okay.
say all over.
We the
Am I a Biafran? No. I'm
No,
very
no,
far
no,
from
no, no.
Biafra. But I'm hosting
I know.
a program which helps the people of Africa. And I'm entitled to. I can stand firm, even if I'm charged for anything that any Nigerian government can put on me. I'm ready. Don't say we Biafrans. Then you Biafrans, we leave you to sort it out.
Okay,
Don't
yes,
bring that
thank you so
language
much.
here on my platform.
No, I'm
There are
not
so
bringing
many
that.
Africans
You're not
who
a
want to help
Biafran.
you. Yes, there are so many who want to help
Okay.
you.
And we
and
appreciate that.
listen to
Please
people
don't
who have
stop.
been there before. All of us can shout, and some of us are military men. Real. Not just these people keep picking guns around here. Please. We have trained for
Okay,
it.
Dr. Masanga, thank you. I'm sorry. I don't. You're
I
misunderstanding
am
my
not
words.
misunderstanding.
What
I'm
I'm
saying never use those words. We Biafrans. You are eliminating other people
okay.
who want to support you. You think you are the only one on this platform.
Okay.
We have
Okay.
very many
Sorry.
Ugandans
I'm
here,
talking.
many Kenyans here, many Africans, many people in Europe, many English people here. Don't narrow this
Okay, can I
revolution
reiterate?
to you yourself that you can be the only one who can win. No,
No, no, no. That's not what I'm saying. That's
and
not
I'm
what
not
I'm saying.
me.
But can
That's why I cannot agree with anybody who's. You know why I don't agree with Besige? Do you know there's a man in Uganda called Bob Wine. You know him? That small boy here.
Yeah,
That boy who plays
Bobby
the
Wine.
guitar.
I know Bobby Wine.
That small
I
boy
know Bobby Wine.
who claims to play a guitar. He can only play guitar on my coronation, but he cannot lead that country.
Yeah, I know Bobby
Because
Wine. I know Bobby Wine.
he uses the word I. Is Uganda yours? When we started fighting President Museveni, he was in the mother's womb. So when you come and say, because the situation have changed, you say I Bob Wine, I Bob Wine, I Besige. My friend, I can use very bad words. And I don't care
Okay.
them myself. Because I'm also fighting for my grandchildren. I didn't tell my daughter to go where your beautiful, your handsome son was. I look at them and I see 20 years to come. Where will they be? They need to go home. They need to go to Biafra. That's why I'm laboring here. Thank you, Mr. Chuku. Finish your point.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Matsanga. I don't mean it that way. I also want to thank you once again for using your platform to speak for us. I really appreciate that. And I'm gonna readdress my word again. I'm gonna say as for the Biafra people, you understand, for the Biafra people, the scar on our skin, in our hearts, is too much that we can never forget. Nigeria is the only country that have gone to a civil war, and a section of that country has lost more than 6 million people, and they are still together. A union is not by force. There's no document that shows that the people agree to be together. But there's a document that shows that Nigeria was amalgamated and was supposed to be disintegrated after 100 days, which expired in 2014. So what we are trying to do is to get ourselves out of this mess. And I will end by saying this, because what we are facing is existential. Not only do they kill us, not only do they take our resources, we are also being, well, I will just keep this word to myself. But thank you so much, Dr. Matsanga. I appreciate it. Thank you. And please, I didn't mean to I didn't mean to get out of context here.
No,
Thanks
you
for the
haven't got
opportunity.
out of context. You have not insulted anybody's. No, but you know very well I'm a military man. I end up when I see something which is not right, I say it, but I don't get annoyed. The point, when Nyerere supported Biafra, he was not a Biafran. That's the point I'm trying to make. If Nyerere was alive
Okay.
here today in Africa, he would be the first person to tell Tinubu, never fly your plane near my country. But there are no African leaders who are like Nyerere. All of them are gone. We are in trouble.
Thank you.
They have left Biafra people to be killed every day. Nobody is talking. That's why some of us are trying to see other ways of making sure that this problem is known to the international community. Chuku, you have said nothing wrong. You have done nothing wrong. But don't use, only thing is that don't use the word
You're right. You're right.
we
You're
Niger.
right.
We, it is like those
You're right.
people.
You're right.
Another
Like it
man here,
has a
you were not here.
problem.
There's
Yes,
a man
brother.
called Bosho
Sorry,
who said,
sorry,
we
Fortune, can
Nigerians,
you mute,
we
please?
why is it that you come for talk about our Nigeria? It is very good. It is working very well. He was here and he talked as if he doesn't know that there are people being killed in Abia State. You see, such a person, you look at him and say, what is this one talking about? So thank you very much. Enjoy serving the country. Enjoy serving, serving wherever you are. And keep in mind that one day a revolution has no timetable. Mark that one. Are you happy now?
Thank you so much. Thank you
A
so much.
revolution
Thank you,
has no
Dr.
timetable.
Matsanga.
All of you, from Chief of Staff Ngozi, the rest of you, listen to that word. A revolution has no timetable. You could
Thank
be right
you.
now in London where you are, and you hear Abacha is gone. Are you seeing what I'm saying?
Yes, I
It's
see.
a
You're
message for
right.
Tinubu.
Revolution is not planned. It just happens. It
Yes.
happens.
Yes,
You
A
don't have plans.
revolution
yes,
It
yes.
springs.
happens.
You can be, we are mourning here, but God knows exactly what He wants to do.
Yes,
A
you're correct.
revolution has no timetable.
Yes.
Anybody, you try to plan a revolution, they will catch you while you are planning it.
That is true.
That's true.
It's
Haki ya Mungu.
natural
Haki ya Mungu
demand.
means before God in Swahili.
Yes,
Haki ya
it's
Mungu.
natural universal
The
provoke.
moment you
Move
plan a
beside
revolution the way you people plan,
believer.
you will be caught. But if you leave it to where it is, be confident, have hope, and that hope
Nothing,
must be
nothing in
amongst
this
you,
life one
people of
person
Biafra.
making
Have
so.
hope that
No,
one
it's
day
a collaborate effort and joint
you will
effort.
rise
I think
and
somebody is
shine
talking
again
over
as a
you,
state.
Dr. Matsanga. I don't know. Somebody's talking on the background. I don't know if they can mute their mic.
Fortune
Yes,
is
sir.
eager to contribute to your debate before you leave. Chuku. Fortune,
Yes, 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 yes. Bless.
our friend Chuku is here today again.
Yes, yes. No, Chuku supposed to be neutral, not partial. But thank you for understanding the correct. It don't mean what he said, but it happened like that. Because
No,
Biafra,
there is nothing wrong he did. But
yes,
I just wanted to emphasize that point.
yeah, that
Uh,
is clear. No, no,
that's
we
why I had
respect
to.
the authority. Yes,
You
that
see
is
a
correct.
commander on the parade. If you're a
Yes,
commander, you have to shout louder so that the troops can hear.
yes, because what they have in the
Go
mind.
ahead, Mr. Fortune. Contribute.
Okay,
Make your
thank you,
contribution.
sir. Thank you, sir. What they have in mind is not what they speak out. That is very challenge, but it's good. I want to thank you for finally to stand where you stand, and I respect you. You never change, and you always stay strong. And let's make you alive. And the truth is, your life. Beside in the darkness, you are living a lot of challenge behind everything, but you stay strong. I respect you on that. My concerning is also I want Professor Murumba to come up to explain better, understand the same challenge than you, because now our Prime Minister, Biafran Republic government in Nezad, have already created awareness that people like you are doing good, that we can do more good to make things correct. It's about the whole Africa. We have to fulfillment the dream of the South America be slave was believe one day they will go back to their first their land. But it's what is going on. What is going on is ethnic cleansing and geography shifting, and there is no more the real indigene in their own land because of the name of the Western ideology of created the country and the names and allow Fulani to be able to designated Senegal, Sierra Leone, Mali, every African, only Ghana. He knows about Asantua. He knows about Jerry Lawrence to still make better. There's still something going on in Ghana. So my point is, every Africa to understanding Biafran consign. And I respect you are consigning on the difficult time. So I thank you that Mazen Nande can still there, but the world is still silent. We know the truth. Nigeria is a terrorist government. And what can we do? That is my question.
We have to continue telling the world that it is a terrorist government.
That is true.
Yes. At least for us who are not in Nigeria, inside the zoo, we must speak out.
Yes.
And nobody is going to control me how to speak and where to speak and
No.
when to speak. I have to
Chief of
speak out. We have
is
to
in
speak
charge.
out, all of
Nobody
us.
control you anymore.
Yeah.
Yes.
We, at least for us, we have freedom here outside. There are
Yes.
people inside Nigeria who cannot speak.
Yes.
So we must speak and have this chat. Don't fear the question of entering any platform which is talking about your country. Go in there and push and say, no, out to our place. We are being killed.
Yes.
Commonwealth, we are being killed.
Excuse me, sir. There is one
Yes,
thing
go
also
ahead.
going on. There is 3 months ago, there is a United Nations has been worried by overwhelming of refugees. Do you know that more than 2 months, they deported more than 5,000 people in desert up to today? I'm telling you, because they don't have a solution without consulting any ambassador of any African country to execute this mission. This, I'm telling you, is very fat. Imagine that. But there are the same people still disagree to not understanding our complaining and the way we as a black people, they call us, who accepted it, to be able to really again ourselves, to try ourselves to be able to be independent by individual. But they disagree. But in the Western world, they have a big problem about overwhelming of refugees. Their constitution is going down. There's nothing is working in the Western world. I will tell you the truth. I'm swear with my heart, they know by themselves. Even in Holland here, they make election. After the election, after 8 months, they still don't have a prime minister. Is it correct? It's not. Something is wrong.
Yes.
The same Holland, people are sleeping in the street, and many overwhelming of refugees. Even the camp is full. They have a detention. Detention is full. There's a lot of things people don't understand. In the Belgium, so what I'm trying to say, I don't know how to express myself, but my concern is that the Western masses is blind by their system, because the system have been misleading them and also mismanaging their future. Without nobody knows this, what is going. So that is also what I believe Biafra will come, because everything goes, God knows what he's doing, because Western cannot sustain this kind of overwhelming of refugee. I don't talk about Italy. I don't talk about Napoli. Black people like you. So how can somebody who be a drive a car, moving around, feel good anywhere in the world, but color like you, have been being described as not a woman being? That's why I hate Aboma personally. But sorry to not talking out of point, but it's true. Because I don't see reason why they call a country in Africa, but African children are coming in Europe every day. They call a country in Africa. There's no country in Africa can use translation of their money to negotiating anything. There's no any country in Africa can produce anything. The Western people come. How many containers go to the Western people? You pay, go and come, return back your container. At end, nothing return back because your country don't produce nothing to return. Container come empty. So all those things, they don't understand what I'm trying to say. But my point is, Biafra is opportunity for Uganda, even Baganda. Anyone should understanding this thing. It's not joke. The last time your son, Bobby Wine, was in Amsterdam, we discussed together. I give him official letter. I promote his everything. We sit down, we talk, we make a photo. At end, he went back to Uganda. He didn't speak about what we discussed. I feel disappointed. Also, but I never take it personally. And also I call other tribe, Uganda in Holland here, go and welcome him. Go. They said that is this. I say, no, 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 no. Don't give the Western people chance. Just come up and welcome him, because they said that he's dividing language tribe of side of Uganda. Some people we don't recognize, all those things. I tell them, calm down. We are an African who have to do something. So my position in Holland here, I make sure that every black people or left for Jews to have a where to sleep, to not sleep in the street. And also we're doing it to be able to express ourselves why people are left in their country, that something is wrong to the Western system. So thank you, sir.
You are right. I think, you see, this is what we want. You can't leave the problem because you see Biafrans are suffering. You leave them to suffer. No, no,
Yeah.
no. You take part. If they hate you, they hate you. Do I need a pass? Do I need to be to go to see Tunubu for what? And discuss with him what?
Why should I allow Tinubu to be a president
You see?
when, something is crazy? Which Western
Very
children can take you as serious? They read the computer, have the history of Tinubu. You and our black people don't understand. So they cannot respect anything in Nigeria, because the children also go to school, find the history of the person they call your president. Yeah, so I don't know how to, I'm sorry about
look
that.
here.
I
Look,
don't know how to talk about it. I don't know how
there
to
is
talk.
a
I don't want to talk. It's
there
okay.
is a point.
I respect my Prime Minister Simon Ebe. I respect him so much. He's one out of 100. He reasons wisely and he's doing the wisely things. That is the point. But my situation, I feel nervous. I will clean up the religion mindset of our people. To ask yourself, your father, what they are worshiping. And why now you are worshiping something that you never get a progress? How many churches in Africa, they are poverty? How many mosques in Africa, they are poverty? That is all those things you have to look something, no, physically, practical. Am I doing something after 1 year? I go to church after 1 year, I don't see progress. I continue going to the church. I'm a fool or mosques. There is something people have to think the fact, to also obligate the fact to the physically, what they want for their life. So that is things. I'm not against the pastors. I'm not against traditional, but I ask them, people are following you or you are doing things. What is outcome of end of it when you know you're lying and you know the people are saying you're blind and they continue it? So that is a challenge. So religion mindset is also being fundamental challenge within ourselves, because some people believe other human being as a god when she cannot do that. And some people believe Western people are God when she cannot do that. You have to understanding that God loves us, but we didn't understand it. Look at our source, land He give us. Look at what Western people have. Do you think they're happy for God? Because they're not feeling good. It's like God hate them. Let me stop that because of your channel. I thank you, sir, and everyone.
Thank you very much, sir.
Yes,
And
yes, yes,
thank you for giving us those insights
yes.
in a struggle.
Yeah, we need to meditate.
Every 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 effort in a struggle pays. And that
Yes,
is very, very important. You must mark that. Every energy, every person,
yes.
chief of staff there, Ngozi will
Yeah,
tell you
sorry, I forget. I respect Ngazara Beze. Yes, blessed.
that
Yeah, yes, yes.
she
I was expected to hear from him, but they send they kicking me out. I don't know where she speak. I didn't hear it, so
no,
that's why I said
she
that.
did speak. She's
No, I
there now.
didn't
She
hear it.
can
No,
greet you.
no. I respect on that, please.
Thank you.
Thank you.
She's
Sorry,
there
madam.
listening. I just
Yes,
want to take this opportunity once again to thank you people for having come. I know Emeka, I'm calling you next. I want to say we have hey, this is 8 minutes past midnight where I am right now. That is 8 minutes past midnight. We have hammered some good 4 hours. That's okay. But as long as we are speaking for Africa, I've slept for a long time. All these years I've been sleeping, so I can afford to be awake and discuss and pick points here and there on people
thank
who
you.
want to liberate this great continent, make it a safer place for everybody. Thank you very much. Emeka,
Thank
you
you.
have the platform. Mr. Emeka Ingwe, Masters of Science.
Yeah,
You,
Dr.
you
David.
studied science, man.
Yeah, Doctor, I want to thank you sincerely for this program that you have hosted. God bless you
Yes,
for standing in the path of truth.
yes.
Yeah, I thank you so much. Most of my brothers, they have spoken what I wanted to say, but I want to, reiterate that so many things have been going wrong, and there's hypocrisy in the part of the people that the world is looking up to in terms of resolving, regional conflicts across the nations in the world. And most of them, they have capitulated, in upholding the function that they have attributed to themselves. The United Nations today take the next right onto Robborough Road. Has in several ways not shown high level of integrity and unbiasedness in carrying out their function. So at the moment, I'm just driving. I'm going to call back so that I don't break the law where I am. So I will urge you to keep doing the good work. May God bless you. Your name is going to be written, in gold. We will never forget people like you that have stood up in times of, where people are being oppressed, standing up to defend the rights of indigenous people. May God bless you. We appreciate you. We urge you to keep doing what you're doing. We, on our part, will continue to struggle to make sure that we liberate our people from the shackles of, wickedness and oppression. We will never stop doing what we're doing. So we urge you and other people, who shares the same line of thoughts of justice to come up and do the same. Africa today, we cannot trade like I cannot trade between my country and your country. They made it difficult for us to trade, for us to develop, for us to economically exploit each other. But they are there exploiting us from wherever from the far distance where they are all situated. So they make Africa not for Africans. So I will urge you to keep doing what you're doing. God is going to help us all. We are going to succeed, and we all are going to enjoy, Africa. It is not a good thing for some of us to travel to different places and then remain there for long, and most some people, because they feel that the kind of leaders they have back home are not doing the right thing. They keep being tools for oppression to their people. So it's making them not feel safe to go back. It's making them not being not having the consciousness to contribute in the development of their places. You can see today some people in Nigeria, they have invested a lot, and you hear that the government is demolishing, people's investment. Things like this don't happen in the developed world, where people use mortgages to buy properties, and then they pay over time, and the government support them. Things like this do not happen, but it's only in Africa. So they don't want the people to develop. They don't want any development for our people. They don't want us to enjoy Africa for what Africa is. So that is why I appreciate you. I will always come up to speak in your platform. May God bless you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. God bless you too. Enjoy the work you are doing. And always, those who are here, tag each other. Tag me. I'll tag you back. Like each other, tag each other, so that you don't miss any of the programs. First number 14, thank you very much for coming. Okay. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Hello. Hello.
Yes, I can hear you now, but it's cracking a little bit.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. It is the satellite, the Atlantic Ocean satellite. Okay, it will come back shortly. Are you hearing me now?
Yes.
Yeah. Go on.
Oh, thank you very much. We've come back. That is the satellite. It means the skies have moved a bit. I had to strengthen it on a satellite phone than the Nigerian DSS. Uh, they would have already come down to bring our platform down. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much, all of you tonight. Thank you for participating in this discussion. It has been a very important discussion. It is an eye opener that one day Africa must talk with one voice. When one part of Africa is bleeding, it does not serve properly for us to sit in our offices across in Addis Ababa or across in Abuja, in ECOWAS, in East African Community, in SADC, in IGAD, in North Africa Organization, and say Africa is okay. Africa is our problem, and our problem is Africa. We have no other place, whether we are in Europe, whether we're in America doing good jobs, earning dollars, pounds, euros, the nation, the continent, the home remains our continent, Africa. There is no shortcut to that. There is no shortcut to that. And never will there be a shortcut to this type of life. That life remains that an African remains an African. And that African will cooperate with another African to make sure that Africa is liberated. If Biafrans are being killed, what's the use of talking about African Union? What is African Union when it cannot even stop the killing